Wow. Wow. Hang on, I gotta get my chat up. Hello, everybody. How's it going? What's poppin'? Sorry, I can't see anything right now. Give me just a sec. This button, this button. This button, this button. This one, this one, this one. Shall we, shall we, shall we? Do do do. Do 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 do. Okay. Hello, everybody. How's it going? I hope everybody's had a good day today. I've been taking it pretty casual. I've finally been able to get some chores done since last week. Cause I've been uber sick. Sick on like another level. I don't think I've ever been this sick before. It's been interesting. But I'm still a little sick. My sinuses are still stuffed. I really need like a really warm bath. To sit in some like warm water for a while and get my sinuses cleared out. But hello everybody, how's it going? Do do do. How's it been? How's it been? Bum 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 bum. We aren't doing anything too fancy today. We're back again with Rue Valley, I think we are doing today. We are doing some Rue Valley today. Sweet. Let me get the game up on the screen. Still not done with this game. It's taken a while, but we are definitely making way. Yay chores, I know. It's nice to get a couple chores done once in a while. I finally did all my dishes, and I'm actually doing my laundry right now. I'm just cleaning my comforter. I definitely need to get super duper clean because I've been coughing in it for like the past week. Pretty gross. Let me see. Rue Valley we're playing. I think Windows 10 should be fine. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Wee 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 wee. Wee 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 wee. So we're back again with Rue Valley. I don't remember where we were at all. Actually, today as well, I also got the Star Wars Starfield mod set up. It's a pretty big mod collection. I'm not sure if I'll play it on stream, but I just, you know, I like to mod stuff sometimes. They've definitely put in like a lot of work for it. What are we doing? We're trying to shoot Alexander K. Oh, right! We got here and we were looking for a gun to use, but we found out that we can't get to the graveyard and back to the K family ranch to use the gun fast enough, so we have to find another way to get a gun. Searching for Ben's weapon proved fruitless, but you learn that Deputy Sheriff Cody has a complete list of gun owners in Rue Valley. Let's try to call and ask him about the list of registered firearm owners. Okay, I guess we're doing that then. We haven't stumbled into any dead ends just yet. Thank goodness. But we have definitely been stopped. I'm not sure if we can make it to the Kuiper Belt today. Either. So this is gonna be weird. It's weird how they were like... We definitely made like a lot of progress getting to, We definitely made a lot of progress getting out here to the graveyard to look for a gun. Yeah, we can't make it in time. Oh yeah, we're like down to like a minute. I don't think there's really any point in us making this phone call.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt.
So I think we're just gonna die on this. I think we're just gonna reset this run.
I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink.
Oh, I haven't talked to him about anything really. Do you keep a gun behind the bar, being a bartender and all?
Huh? Why would I need a gun? And how is that related to my bartending duties?
Running a bar can get a bit dicey. All sorts of wandering in.
Not in this bar. Most of them are space exploring enthusiasts.
Yeah, I guess
They're
that's
a bigger
true.
threat to themselves, getting sunburned or twisting an ankle while gawking at the launches. Anyway, I'm not really a fan of guns.
Oh, I see. He shifts uneasily, the whole gun discussion sitting on him like an ill-fitting coat clearly. The topic unsettles him.
In fact, I even helped cut down the total weapons in circulation here a while back.
How'd you do that?
I talked my girlfriend Anita into getting rid of her piece. Took some time, but she agreed.
I thought she was gonna have a gun in the car. I think that was like the first place I checked when I needed a gun. Actually, now that I think about it.
For her, it was more of memorabilia. But memorabilia can still kill.
Memorabilia can still kill. Memorabilia?
Yeah, a sort of token handed down from her mother. It's practically the only keepsake she ever got from her. They weren't exactly close, so Anita wasn't sure what to do with it.
He visibly darkens as he speaks, his voice showing genuine concern. It's the gun. Did you stash it somewhere nearby in a trash can or something?
Of course not. She turned it over to the police.
Of course she did.
Tossing a firearm into the garbage? That's asking for trouble.
Tossing a firearm into the garbage would be funny.
Imagine some kid or troubled adult finding it. One careless shortcut could end in disaster.
He shakes his head, jaw set. The mere thought clearly unsettles him. You mentioned the gun was more like memorabilia to her.
Yeah, a sort of token handed down from her mother. It's practically the only keepsake she ever got from her.
She really turned the gun in?
They weren't exactly close, so Anita wasn't sure what to do with it.
I guess so. I guess that makes sense. He visibly darkens as he speaks, his voice showing genuine concern.
Look, this topic puts me on edge. Let's switch to something else.
Yeah, like the end of the world. Oh god. Oh god! Ah! I wonder how many times we've died thus far. We can't get Golden Apple just yet either. God, I think I need 3? I need 3. And I think I'll get another willpower after this whole gun debacle is settled. We need to make this phone call first.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
I got a question. You got a gun? Never mind. It's not that serious.
Come on, you thief!
Alright, let's make this phone call. Call Cody and ask for a list of all weapon owners in Rue Valley. I don't think he's gonna give that to us, but... I suppose we have to make the phone call. Out of posterity, you know. Bothwood Sheriff's Department. Deputy Sheriff Cody speaking. How can we help? Deputy Sheriff Cody is caught in a downward spiral of boredom, and your call is just an insignificant interruption in the grand scheme of things. Can I get a list of all the weapon owners here in Rue Valley?
No can do, sir.
Yeah, I mean, obviously not.
Just a month or two ago, the government passed a new set of regulations on gun ownership. We're drowning here in bureaucracy. Hold on just a moment. Who the hell are you?
UB Pursuer, Ministry of Citizen Protection General Inspector with the Chamber of Armaments. John Jack Lawson, PI. Please don't get me started on paperwork. Maybe being a PI would be okay?
Didn't know our colleagues in the private sector also share that yoke.
Indeed.
You know what? The list is longer than my arm. You better ask about a particular person.
Oh my god, dude. Who's gonna have a gun? Anita? I don't know who that is. I'm getting a phone call from somebody. I'm not gonna pick that up, though, from Florida, apparently. Let me see. Who would have... My first thought would be Anita, where her gun went.
Well, let's see. It says right here she was the owner of a firearm from 2023.
She surrendered that weapon. That's no good.
Until
We
April
can't get a
of
gun. I don't think we can
2027.
drive to the sheriff's office and get a gun.
Sheriff left a note. Firearm surrendered alongside a single bullet.
Oh shit, that's kind of scary. That's kind of edgy.
Now, was there anyone else?
I don't think... Riley might have a gun. Maxine has a gun. Benjamin, I don't think have a gun. Jason, Travis? Robin's not gonna have a gun. We should just go down the list, I think, though.
Well, let me check. This whole documentation is a regular
I don't think
mess.
Robin's gonna have a gun. She might, though.
Nope. Robin doesn't have a gun registered to her, though she's at an age where she could own a weapon. But I would say at an age where she should have a piece. Got more? Shoot! I get it.
Would Riley have... I mean, Riley would have
Hold
a
on
gun.
now. Need to enter that into search. Yep, right here.
Oh, she does have a
Weapon,
gun.
Double registration to Coral Destiny and her. Model is Cybershot 9000.
Cybershot 9000.
The way we're going, you're gonna ask me about the whole valley.
Riley, can I borrow your gun? I am gonna ask you about the whole valley. Maxine has a gun, we know. She's flashed it at us. Thunderbolt 44.
Can we wrap this up slowly? I got some work to do.
Won't take too much or more of your time.
Alright, go ahead and ask.
Alexander and Walter K are definitely people I'd like to ask about. Pain swells deep in your stomach like a miniature comet, a shot through your gut, ripping it apart.
Same as Alex, Thunderbolt 44. Walter got it for both of them soon as they came of age. So, Maxine shoots far better than Alex. He wouldn't be able to hit a fish in a barrel. Lawson, sounds to me like you're fucked. Too many suspects seems like. But I'll help you if I can.
I don't think Doc Gideon is gonna have a gun. Ben might have a gun. Jason Burns isn't gonna have a gun. Walter has a registered weapon, an Iron Fang 45 that's a relic right there, straight from 1910. It's not a museum piece.
Judged purely by the weapon's age, sure. But to get registered again, the gun must be operational. And knowing Cousin Walt, he keeps it in tip-top shape.
Well, I don't think it's operational, though.
There's even more, right?
Yeah, you got anything on Fleming?
For this, I don't even have to look at the bloody list. Ben's armed, of course. Ben in his position should be. Otherwise, he would be a sitting duck. If you know what I mean.
You know what I mean. Oh shit, you're watching Delicious in Dungeon? I love that anime so much. I'm so ready for a season 2. I want to rewatch it. I think I might start rewatching.
He's got a nice little sleek Thunderwood
Dungeons,
38
Drive-Ins, and
right
Dines.
into a pocket. Shouldn't have got myself into this mess.
Alright. Well, I don't think anybody else would have a gun, so... I don't think Gideon's gonna have a
Dealing
gun.
with lunatics every day, I sure would get at least a shotgun or two. But from what I see here, nah, he's not in the register.
How about Jason Burns? Software's getting a bit buggy.
That man should be armed. But is he?
I don't think he has a gun.
Not
No.
a Bothwood citizen. Out of my jurisdiction. No, I got time for a couple more, and after that, I have some real police work to do.
Travis probably doesn't have a gun. Check the name in the debate. Did Sir T check in the debate? Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, I think we only got 2 people out of that, which was Maxine and Riley. I think only... She had a gun, but not anymore. Right, she had a gun. She owns a Cybershot 9000 weapon, whatever that is, double registered to her and Coral Destiny. I think we have to go find where Riley's gun is, because I don't think we're gonna get Maxine's gun. She does indeed own a gun. You learn that Walter owns a functional firearm, even though it's an antique. Let's check it out. I would rather not do that. Can I mean, I guess... All right, well, let's go find out, I guess. Let's go look at it again. Maybe we needed the quest line to get the gun going. I don't even know if it's the Colt Python. Maybe it's a different gun I'm thinking of. How good is it? You've been wanting to watch something new? Oh, it's so good. I love it so much. I don't think there's gonna be a gun in here. It's still activated though. No, okay. They did not put a gun in the dresser drawer. In the dresser drawer. We gotta shoot Alexander in the face. I mean, there's this gun. I don't think this... Take the revolver and examine it up close. You know it's ancient, but the cold steel feels brand new against your skin. It might be due to the perfect craftsmanship or Walter's zealous maintenance. Every part of the weapon is meticulously polished and oiled. The real challenge now will be finding the bullets for it. They could be stashed anywhere in the house, if there are any at all. Just check the barrel. You open the barrel, and to your surprise, 3 shiny bullets are waiting inside. No tricks, no puzzles, just 3 live rounds and a dead gun. This means you'll have 3 chances to shoot Alexander K in 1 loop. Better make sure you aim straight, because if not, your stomach burns with a vivid reminder of what will happen if you don't. But are you truly ready to do that? Is it normal that I'm freaking out a little bit? Perfectly normal. It's a stress-soaked cocktail of performance anxiety, knowledge that your actions will cause harm, and the uncertainty of whether the message will really be worth it. You can only hope that it is. Yet whatever reason you tell yourself is the driving force behind this, you'll have to live with the experience. The time loop resets everything around you, but it won't erase the memory of you shooting or even killing a living, breathing person. And here's the worst part. If you don't find the way out of the loop, you'll be stuck with that forever, shooting him for nothing. Again, are you truly ready to do that? No, but I don't really have a choice. Off you go now. The sooner this is done, the better. You have Maynard's Golden Cannon. I got a gun, dude. We're gonna shoot this guy. Whoa! We skipped right to the front door. They won't let me walk around with the gun in hand. That's kind of funny. You don't think Delicious in Dungeon is better than One Piece? I don't see how. Isn't the pacing of One Piece like how one episode just takes forever? Here you are, your entire body is covered in goosebumps in anticipation of the inevitable. What you plan to do is horrible, but you know you never ever wanted to experience that pain again, and you'll do whatever you must to prevent it from happening. Knock on Alex's door and aim your weapon. Are we really gonna shoot this guy?
Cops?
Your hand trembles, the seconds are years.
What's the password for today?
Dozens of locks click tell you Alex is coming any moment now. This is it. Shoot him now. Fire all 3 bullets. Shoot once. Oh my fucking god, we shot him. We shot him. One last shot. Shoot Alex K. I did not think we were gonna shoot somebody. I knew we were gonna get shot, but I didn't think we were gonna be shooting. Oh, I gotta change my chat. Hang on. Alex is back in his room wailing with the pain of staying alive. Luckily, he dropped his weapon so you don't have to LARP as a commando getting in. He's trapped in the shell of his own shock and pain. Then he sees you.
Please spare me.
This is it. The result of your endeavor. A wounded and frightened man on the floor, blood pooling around him. Do you feel proud? No. Even so, this image will stay with you, a testament to how far you're willing to go. What now? Time's running out, and you have to start listening to the message, otherwise, all of this was for naught. Shut up and I won't kill you, I just need your radio equipment.
I'll be quiet. Do whatever you have to.
Ah, okay, well there's only one activatable, and it is the radio equipment. I hope this was fucking worth it, man. Would you call this the room of a Redditor? He's got the whole fucking shebang set up, man. One Piece has the best plot, best story, best world building, best characters, and best villains, but really, really bad pacing. What is the plot of One Piece? I haven't, I mean, I think I saw a couple episodes when I was a kid, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know what the plot of One Piece is. And do you really think it beats out something like Delicious in Dungeon? Or Dungeon Meshi? No figurines. It might be on the shelf. We don't know. They're looking for the One Piece. Several devices sit on the desk, most of them looking hopelessly out of date. Some vaguely remind you of your childhood, others so archaic and peculiar, they feel plucked from the vintage sci-fi serial. You have no idea what to do, but you better act fast. You don't want to have to go through all this ever again. Look at the large metal box. The once shiny finish on the device's front panel has been dulled by half a century of dust and fingerprints. Rotary knobs are labeled with mysterious letters and numbers. Some labels faded into near illegibility. There's no way you could figure out how to use any of this before the loop ends. Alright. Two compact parabolic reflectors are angled through the window and toward the sky. Intuition tells you it's best not to tinker with them on your own. And the cables? A handful of fabric-braided cables snake between the different machines. Several sections are wrapped with mismatched tape, electrical black tape, masking tape with scribbled labels, and strips of copper foil that seem intended as extra shielding. You trace most of the frayed cables behind the desk and into the back of the PC tower. It seems the computer is the heart of the entire setup. Perhaps you don't need to reverse engineer Alex's analog wizardry piece by piece. If you can access whatever program he's running on the desktop, you might be able to control the receiver directly and tune into the signal without fiddling with ancient dials. The plot is about being the most free in the world. Just like Banjo-Kazooie, but you only collect one piece. That's very funny. Let me Google it. I might get honestly, I don't even know why I asked you. I probably wasn't gonna get a very, very tinned answer about it. Sail the treacherous seas, find the legendary treasure of the One Piece, and become the Pirate King. Challenge the corrupt world government along the way. The themes are the power of dreams, found family, freedom, and adventure. Poker Night, the inventory is being reopened. I saw. I never really cared for Poker Night. I only downloaded the game so I could get the TF2 items. I don't really care for poker as a game. The flat panel glows with a dark-themed desktop, immediately revealing that Alex is running an alternative operating system. Hopefully you won't have to use command line prompts. Browser tab is open, paused mid-typing, the URL bar reads xenotheories.net-forum, and you can just make out the half-written post titled Why the 1983 Lantern Clouds Are... There's no time for this. Let's view the other running applications. Becoming the Pirate King isn't to rule anything, but be the most free in the world. I don't know anything. I guess I don't know anything about One Piece, and I don't really care to like find out, I guess. I guess that's my problem. It is mostly because, like, the anime is, like, 1,000 episodes. And I think if you get that far, 1,000 episodes, 30 minutes each, and you haven't really made any progress towards furthering a plotline, I guess that pretty much answers my response to it being, like, the best of the best. The graphics were updated, really? Okay, what was the lineup in Poker Night 1 compared to What were the lineups in Poker Night 1 and 2? The main power is the Devil Fruits, and Hockey Witch is Physical Will. Don't know what any of that means. Something to know for knowledge is that it has fish people. One Piece? That sounds, okay. You brought me back a little. Okay, okay. An instance of WavePaw, version 3.4.1, is open, but the music is paused. Unminimizing a window reveals a list of tracks by some obscure artist. Downright zaps the alpaca's socks. Check the icons on the desktop. Among random documents and games you have no time to check right now, you see a stylized satellite dish icon labeled Freakmaster. This might be the software interface for the receiver. Let's run Freakmaster. The program boots with a flicker of terminal code, then resolves into a simple interface. A list of saved frequency and decryption presets on the left, a waveform display on the right, and the status indicators blinking beneath it. Signal, strength, decryption module, and error rate. Judging by their names, the presets seem to be made by Alex. Half of them are just cryptic, the other half borderline insane. You scroll through the list. CD comms, known Thursdays, the Corsair cache. Fucking known Thursdays? The radio hisses with empty static. You're not surprised, it's Sunday today. The beacon. The speaker crackles to life. You hear the faint hiss of a poorly tuned receiver and a voice that sounds like it's filtered through gravel and static. And so they keep us in the light. They think the light illuminates, but it only blinds. It blinds you to the shape of the cage. You look at the bars and see only empty space. You hear the lock click and call it music. The patterns are everywhere. Once you learn to see in the dark, the same symbols in the corporate logos, the same intervals in the pop songs, the same narrative on every screen, synchronized. A frequency of control. They think we're receivers, passive and obedient. But a receiver can be returned. A signal can be jammed. Remember that. When the world starts to make perfect sense, that's when you know you're listening to the transmissions seek the static. Find the gaps between the channels. That's where the truth hides, not in the message, but in the silence they are so desperate to fill. Keep your eyes on the sky, but your ears to the ground. The signal is weakening. I can feel it. They can feel it. That's why the noise is getting louder. This doesn't seem to be connected to Coral Destiny. Or is it? No time for this. Corsair cache? Fucking anything, man. We're almost out. We're almost dead, dude. Just wait a little over 100 episodes for the first sighting and a little over 400 to 500, I think, for TGE Island. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Best of luck to everybody who likes One Piece, I guess, is my honest-to-God answer to anything about One Piece, is just, like, good luck. The radio explodes with music, and the moment the frequency locks in. It's not the clean stream of an internet radio station, but raw, lo-fi, and wrapped at the edges. The track is all abrasive energy, a sonic assault that feels both chaotic and precise. Okay, that doesn't help me. Alright, how about CD comms? Could CD be short for Coral Destiny? Let's find out. I didn't even think about that. That makes a lot of sense. Time loops, am I right? We did just shoot this guy, so... He's still dying there on the floor. You listen for a few seconds, but if there is anything else, it's hidden in deep noise. No, this has to be it. Continue listening. Wait, it sounds like a female voice is emerging from the noise. With every second, it becomes more clear. Shit. Something's happening.
Reads 19 degrees, but I'm sweating like a pig. And no, it's not only because I'm nervous.
Listen, it's her. No time for being unconscious now.
Who are you?
Come on, Frank. Open your eyes. On your feet. Silly questions will have to wait.
Who knew that these moments would be so hard? They would feel so long. I can't stop myself from rethinking everything. My whole life, from insignificant details to major decisions, all of which led me right here. So close to home.
Sure has a different feel than Disco Elysium. It definitely does. I think Rue Valley so far has definitely been like a good ride, for sure. I would not... They're definitely comparable games, but I definitely wouldn't hit them with a hard comparison. Like when I first started playing Rue Valley. Judy, it's you. I'm coming to find you.
I told you it's her. But first, you need to open your eyes. Come on. Cock-a-doodle-doo, buddy!
Open your eyes. Ah, fuck. That's not good. Purely impulsive, man.
At least I'll have the best possible view, right? After so many months of just endless, rolling emptiness dotted with distant, uncaring stars, the planet feels surreal.
We got ourselves a punctured lung, can't sing, unable to scream. It's your body's way of making something as boring as breathing into an extreme sport. Every inhale feels shallow and heavy, but the air simply refuses to cooperate. We've got a broken arm, unable to pick up items, can't play guitar. Your arm is a mess of pain that's barely holding it together. You'd be lucky to lift a finger without wincing, let alone something heavier than a paperclip. That's severe bleeding. Dark liquid life is quickly escaping your body. Each heartbeat feels like a countdown. Less trouble staying awake and a crushed leg bone. Your legs are done. It's like someone shoved them into a blender. Shattered bones grinding like broken glass. No walk, only crawl. Rescue Judy and don't fix Anita's car ever. Judy, you're here.
You idiot. She was here all along. Sitting on that payload adapter waiting for you. Calling you. It was no accident you came right here. Even if you only realize it now. And all the while they tried to stop you. First your sister, then that scrawny loser. But now that you've gotten rid of them both, it's only you and Judy. And me.
Just a blue and white disk against the darkness. It looks so small, like I can just pluck it out of the universe with my fingers, put it in my pocket, and keep it forever.
Judy, can you see me?
I don't think so. You're too far away.
I never imagined my homecoming like this. I was never good with words. I thought I would have more to say. But just seeing Earth, knowing that everything and everybody I love is down there. Thinking about the warm sunlight on my skin. and the smell of wet grass, and the whipping of the wind leaves me breathless. Literally.
Start crawling toward her despite your condition. Go, brother, go! Oh my god, he's so dead. This might be the deadest man I've ever seen.
Though all is said and done now, the computer notified me I'm within short range. Yeah, all messages would be sent automatically, but since I'm still here, why not do it in person? Say a bit more. I can't hear you, Starbase One. I was never able to fix the long-range comms, but you can hear me. I'm transmitting all my recorded messages now. Not like I care anymore how much power it'll drain. Anyhow, it's getting harder to speak, so I'll stop. Judy, out.
Damn.
She's gone. Why is she gone?
No, Judy, come back!
Guiding light, mission log, day 2. Commander Resnick recording. You know this already, Starbase One, but let's be thorough for the record and all that.
Quick! Don't lose her again.
Judy, I'm coming. Me when I have a punctured lung.
While performing a Transmars injection, the main engines went offline. Neither the crew nor ship's automated systems were able to identify the cause, so in consultation with the CEO and Mission Control, we opted for me to perform an exploratory EVA.
Jesus.
Wait. Something's different. She sounds so distant now. Is she afraid?
Judy, don't worry, I'm coming to save you.
Moments out of the airlock, the ship was rocked by cascading explosions, and I'm still not sure what went wrong, but my working hypothesis is that the injection system suffered a catastrophic failure. The only reason I'm still alive and not blown to bits or into the endless vacuum is my jetpack. I was able to reach and undock the landing module with an emergency override before the ship was torn apart. Mission specialists Wolf and Hobb are presumed dead.
Fuck! The battery's dying! Hurry up! You have to save her!
Hang on, Judy, I'm coming.
Since most of our TMI was completed, I'm still en route to Mars, albeit on an altered trajectory thanks to the push from the explosions. I have yet to calculate my approach angle. Most of the lander's equipment is intact and functioning, excluding the long-range comm. 2 out of 10 solar panels have also suffered significant damage. I regret that loss.
No, don't die, I'm coming for you. I love you.
I love you too, Frank.
Why? Can I get another willpower, please? Ah, fuck. Well, Buck, what do we do now? This man is dead. A punctured
You
lung?
with me, Mr. Harrow?
The hell just happened? You ever wondered how it feels to be in someone else's shoes? Now you know. That was fucking Frank. Exactly, it was. There's no chance anyone could have survived those injuries. That was Judy, wasn't it? Could she be alive? With the state Frank was in, you're not sure if she was really there, but that was definitely her voice you heard on that radio. There has to be more to that message. It did sound incomplete, but you made sure to catch the signal at the earliest possible moment, and it sounded like there's only noise before it. You even shot a man to do it. Indeed I did. You're slowly running out of options. I saw what he saw. Think about it. You both defy the loop in some way or another, and this vision you just had is only further proof that he is your ticket out of here. I don't recognize that place from the vision. That's because you've never been there. I thought I'd been everywhere already. Have you really?
Mr. Harrow?
Sorry, but I gotta go now.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Whoa. Eugene Harrow, murderer. How does that feel? Nice. We fucking shot him dead. Now you know what needs to be done to reach Alex's radio equipment, though you never want to do the deed again. Once was one too many times. Besides, you've heard all there is to hear. Frank was listening to the message broadcasted from space by his partner Judith Resnick. He died as a result of a car crash somewhere in Rue Valley next to space debris. We've got 2 quests to access. Interesting. An astronaut named Judith Resnick died in an accident during the Guiding Light mission. You had a vision of flashback of Frank. He collapsed somewhere in the desert around some space debris. You gotta find him. Frank's final moments keep haunting you. He was so sure he'd save Judy, clinging to that certainty right until the end, even as it was painfully clear he was dying. How could someone be so completely blind to the possibility of failure? As the question echoes in your mind, an older, long-buried memory surfaces, washing over you with the clarity of the present moment. The grinding beat intensifies, synths blare and a frontal charge on your eardrums, and the bass line transcends hearing. You feel it in your belly. Dopamine overflows your body and your heart thumps with the music. You're so fucking happy that you pushed yourself to do the unexpected and actually came to this Iron Wave gig. It's dance time. And nothing else matters. No one dances Iron Wave like Eugene Harrow. Suddenly the music stops. For a moment, the whole club is frozen mid-dance. Then, the DJ blasts a vicious beat, a blaring air raid alarm on steroids trying to make itself heard over stone-grinding machine. The people roar their approval, and the whole dance floor moves like a single organism in a miasma of noise and sweat. Moments before the collective club body would perish from exhaustion, the music slows down, insane machine noise replaced by distorted pings and pongs. Sweat permeates your whole body, literally dripping from the fabric of your shirt. It's good that I showered before going out. Otherwise, there would be a shroud of your patented desperation and anxiety perfume around you. Suddenly, from a throng of people, a girl in front dances closer, her body rubbing against yours. Fucking rub back, dude. You stand like that for a moment, or 2, body against warm body, then the rhythm separates you, and suddenly she turns, her face radiant with a smile. We gotta smile back. She turns back again, her hair brushing against your face. If you would just try, something might happen. We'll hook up, start living together, share the rent, and have beautiful children. That's it. That is love of your life, surely. And who could resist you, freshly washed but drenched in Iron Wave sweat? The dance continues, and the girl rides its waves close to you again, not enough to touch, but so near that her scent overwhelms you. Old leather mixed with orchid, fresh jasmine carried on spring winds, nicotine and rose lipstick, the musky, smelly, sweet smell of fresh cinnamon. Fresh jasmine carried on spring winds. Against your will, your body responds, blood rushing where it hasn't in ages. It's been so long since you've touched another body, far too long, ever since she left you. And with that memory, blood retreats to wherever it came from. Urgency cooling into hesitation, you just know you'd fuck it up again. But this girl is clearly interested. Come on, do something. No, my heart will only get shattered again. The girl's looking at you, eyes full of questions, lips taut with confusion. Just dance away somewhere else. Avert your eyes, act like you're not there anymore. Just dance away somewhere else. Slowly but surely, the chaotic waves separate you, and you melt into the amorphous mass of people dancing. Iron Wave continues to grind and blast from the speakers like nothing ever happened. For the best, really. Frank was so sure he'd save Judy, clinging to that certainty right until the end, even as it was painfully clear he was dying. How could someone be so completely blind to the possibility of failure? Dr. Fink made you see the blueprint of your own cage, a preemptive retreat. You predict failure and then let its phantom destroy real chances. You should talk with him about it. We gotta go find our boy. Let's see, now. He's out there in the desert, next to some kind of space-looking thingamajig, part of a rocket or something. How remarkably vague and yet oddly specific. I gotta find him. Begin the fast-forward montage and search everywhere.
Well, there's a whole mess of scrap metal litter in the desert. Dozens, hundreds, pff, hell if I know.
Yeah, but this one's really big, and there's an antenna on it, and Coral Destiny logo stretched out across the side.
Listen, you can't even turn around without that damn logo staring back at you, usually with some tech gizmo on it. Pff, ain't no telling what you're after.
Bleh. Bleh. Thanks, Max. You the best, girl.
Space debris? What do you know about that? They sent you to keep tabs on me, didn't they? Didn't they? You think you're real slick, don't you? But ain't no scrawny-ass poser gonna screw me over.
Calm down.
Shut the fuck up and stand right there. I'm gonna call Cousin Cody. You got some real explaining to do.
They do. God, that guy's
Back
annoying.
off. Now.
Calm down.
No handouts. You want something? Earn it.
Please.
What did I say? Back off.
Thank you, Anita. Nothing here, not a damn thing. Or at least, nothing discernible, just empty space. The kind that holds no trace of the one above. Cactus, shrub, rock, cactus, bush, rock. It's somewhere, just gotta keep looking. Guess the desert hasn't vaporized your last drop of optimism. Space debris? Not sure what you're getting at, Mr. Harrow. Oh, you mean those Coral Destiny rocket bits. You know, ever since they started raining, standard property insurance turned into everything but standard. Tons of forms, weird clauses, endless back and forth. So yeah, just like that orbital junk. We just dropped it. But I wouldn't worry about that. It's not like we're in any real danger. I've read online that the chances of a cow taking you out are way higher than, like, getting hit by lightning. How cool is that? Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Robin. If you actually had it, your pedometer would probably either blow a fuse or throw in the towel and just lie. Any particular reason for ditching the wheels? Voluntary car sacrifice, or... When everything else fails, follow your feet. If you say so.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
You have my full attention. Now, I was wondering.
Oh? By all means, ask away.
You've been around these parts for quite some time, right?
Mr. Harrow, I'm flattered that you're interested in getting to know more about me, but we are not here to discuss my life. In fact, getting personal may derail our progress. That said, it's completely understandable that you'd need some time to settle in, to adjust to these parts, as you've aptly put it, and to me as well. And we've got a long road ahead of us. All right, then. That's it for today.
Indeed.
That space junk? Can't say for sure, buddy, but I reckon the locals are scraping those as soon as they hit the ground. They probably think it's worth something. Or they just need a convenient tin roof for the chicken coop. Not that I've seen many of those around, to be fair. Now, speaking of things falling from grace, how about one Stargarita?
Sure, why not? Hit me. Back and forth, back and forth. Doesn't matter how far you lean forward, you're still tethered like a swing. All the while, the stained groaning of rope sings in Somber's lullaby from someone who simply doesn't care to be found. Well, I'll find him, alright. A bold step towards determination, or a well-disguised dive into denial. Can't really place it. But alright, what then? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Hopefully, it won't buckle under tension.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Just non-defeat.
Mr. Harrow, I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right
Not again, dude. Oh god, I thought he was gonna hit me with it. Still digging for answers, or was or has Hope joined the dead. I'm just taking a breather. Well, rest in peace.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Get up and leave.
Mr. Harrow!
Mr. Harrow? Waiting for the bus. Oh, the end of the world, actually. He's hitting him with a middle finger, dude.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Oh god. Oh god, dude. He's going crazy.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Why is he changing his pitch? That's the cycle of doubt, baby.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
We're so dead, dude. You've searched Rue Valley, high and low, and still nothing. Either he's gone, swallowed by dirt alongside your sanity, or he's slipped just beyond reach, caught somewhere between the loop's claws and the edge of escape. Yeah, I know. Hey Doc, I got a question for you. Frank's gone. He's really gone. All those loops, wasted breath, a scream claws up your throat but drowns in a tar pit of hopelessness. Every path leads back here, to this chair, alarm clock, and the doctor's inevitable.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
Whoa. Mr. Hollow, he's right. The anguish has run its course, leaving you hollow, like a bell with its tongue torn out, but doomed to swing forever in a soundless void. And why would you fight? The loop grinds hope to dust. Why would you feel? It all ends in suffering. Just let the loop win. Let numbness swallow you whole. Let's surrender for a bit. That's a void of resignation. I am fucking ambiverted, man.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
I'm neither nosy nor arrogant. Void of resignation. I am calculated and indifferent, though. It was all in vain, Mr. Harrow. Limited interactions, seeking nothingness, calculated, introverted, indifferent. He won't leave you alone, just open your eyes and answer him already. Oh yeah. He gives you a concerned look.
Your affect is remarkably flat. I can't even see you breathing.
Watch out! He's baiting you back into this horrible, hopeless world.
This level of withdrawal points to either executive or cognitive paralysis.
Well, you need to forget. To forget about Frank, Judy, Coral Destiny. To forget you're in a time loop.
Is your mind blank? Or are thoughts circling without anchor?
Blank, if only. You'd give anything to lighten consciousness's feverish grip. To embrace the sweet relief of nothingness once more and be cast this way and that, like a leaf on the wind.
Mr. Harrow, are you present with me? Or are you dissociating?
And you can. You just have to ask him. Sorry, haven't slept in lifetimes.
Is that so?
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your eyes.
If you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight...
Eat one of these pills. He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying on his palm. There's no reflection in his glasses. Above them is a pair of bushy eyebrows. Reach for the pill.
Remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription, herbal hypnotic drug.
Nothing more. Let's take some purple pills, folks.
Hopefully it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow.
Dang.
All right, then. Now, you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Unkind? Right. Oh, fuck. Get up and leave the room.
Come on, you thief!
Come on, you thief. You spent loops and loops searching for Frank. You walked every millihand, centifoot, every light nanosecond of Rue Valley that you could reach, but you could find neither his body nor the space debris in question. Give me my fucking thoughts back, you bastard. We also have to cycle my doubt, man. Alright, let's pop this pill.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead, we can't— Oh, hold on, I have someone on— Hello, reception? Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi,
She points her eyes toward you.
Yes, he's here. Of course, no problem.
Ignore her. She rolls her eyes as well, then smiles at you as she touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
She ends the call and turns to you.
This is your key card.
Just wait for it to be over. Suddenly, she curtails her excitement as if she remembered something.
Oh, you must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story. Here. I'll just need your signature.
Sign the document.
Thank you for your trust, sir.
She says with a barely visible smirk.
I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. My cycle of doubt, brother. I hope I don't lose that quest. Alright, let's pop a pill. Unlock the door and enter. Put the suitcase away. Crawl into bed. Sweet nothingness awaits. It snakes over. Soon, dreamless sleep will extinguish your thoughts. Let's turn off my phone. Good. Percy won't disturb you. This loop, and now the final step. Force the pill down your throat. Using saliva as a lubricant, you help the purple capsule find its way into your stomach. That's it. All you need to do now is let your mind turn off. Close your eyes. The images return, as always, chasing one another, but you know they'll stop soon. As your thoughts begin to slow down and your consciousness lightens its feverish grip on you, you feel a dull gratitude for Dr. Fink and his purple pill. Time to forget. The sound of the loudest thunderclap jerks you out of your slumber. If only I could turn it off. Already? Sounds like it's time. I got nothing, man. I would love a memory. Here we go, again.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
Yes.
Your affect is remarkably flat.
Sorry, haven't slept in lifetimes.
Is that so? Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight,
reach for the pill.
Remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal.
Take the purple pill.
Hopefully it'll help you calm down and get some rest. All right then. Now,
right.
Oh, you must be very tired.
Why am I in the corner?
Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's here.
Force the pill down your throat. Close your eyes. Time to forget. We're looping again. We've looped twice now. 8 more minutes. Go back to sleep. Hit him with that boom whoosh. I can't, man. I want to dream. I want to dream of a golden apple. No, not again. Reach for the pill. No, dude, no.
Oh, you must be very tired. Here.
Here. Thanks. forget. I forget the pill? The loudest thunderclap jerks you out of your slumber. Let's go back to sleep. And then the end of the world. having a bad dream. Oh fuck. Oh, we don't even press anything anymore. Why am I always in the corner of the room?
I have rebooted the modem.
He's dead, man. He's dead. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi. The credit card machines are...
My credit card machines. Are we? I wonder if we're actually stuck.
I know what I'm talking about. Your repair tech said it was fit, a supervisor.
We're black sludge posting. The frenetic sound coming from a century-old clock nudges you out of your routine. The stale air coats your tongue.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
The pre-scripted words to summon the pill await on your lips. Just endure the next couple of minutes and you'll be in bed again. Numb. But even these minutes grow heavier. You packed consciousness tight into its narrow window, only to compact it into something denser. Now each return from dreamless nothingness strikes like compressed shrapnel, piercing deeper with every loop. Damn. This isn't working.
Mr. Harrow, I am aware of a slight lack of motivation you may be experiencing right now.
You shrank the loop into 4 minutes instead of 47, crammed your world into 3 rooms instead of an entire Rue Valley. By trying to forget it, you've made it tighter and duller. You've made a loop within a loop.
We'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Your condition? Perhaps he's right. What if your condition has tricked you? It promised you oblivion, but only deepened your misery.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence, and try to stay aware of it at all times if possible.
Alright, Doctor. I'll do it. I'll stay aware of my condition at all times. And just like that, you obey him. Fully, for the first time. You stare into the void. A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside infiltrates your awareness. It's that old vending machine. You've heard that sound so many times now, but as the loop went by, you almost forgot about it. But that's not the void. Suddenly, you become aware of a weight shifting in your pocket. It's that useless loop-resistant brick. And you thought it'd be your ticket out of here. Stop, focus on the void. Right. Stare intensely into it. Dr. Fink has been staring strangely quiet for some time now. Is he waiting for me to say something? Perhaps, but you're doing exactly what he asked you to do. Focusing on... You really can't focus on the void, can you? No, fucking no, man. And how could you? One can't see the absence of an image. One can't smell the lack of a scent. Or is nothingness just an illusion? Emptiness but a result of failure to find those little somethings hidden deep inside. It is possible to find something even inside the most hollow thing, only by observing it over and over again until something eventually appears. Staying aware of my condition means noticing everything that survives inside it, despite it.
That's very perceptive, Mr. Harrow.
He seems satisfied, and in one short moment, you feel a strange connection to him, almost as if he finally understood you're trapped in a loop.
And what survives?
He's asking the real question here. Is there anything outside the void? Anything that still makes you glad to be alive? You bit your tongue, Graham? Youch! Youchies! Making mistakes, exploring, fixing things, learning new skills, listening to people talk, reading books, listening to music. Exploring.
Yes. Anything else?
Listening to people talk.
For sure. What else?
Making mistakes.
Why not? And, if I may add, getting to know yourself, becoming a better person, and countless other things, small and big. Things that make life worth living. Sometimes, it takes a lot of effort to do any of these. Sometimes, it's even hard to decide which one is worth it. But in the end, it doesn't really matter what you choose. One of my patients enjoys drinking a glass of lukewarm water first thing in the morning. You ask why? I don't know, and it doesn't matter. They somehow started doing it, continued doing it, and with time they learned to enjoy it. But one thing is certain. Completely giving up is never worth it, Mr. Harrow.
He may be right. Trying to shut yourself out of this miserable world hasn't made you feel any better. Perhaps you can't escape the loop, but there are things to do, sensations to experience, emotions to feel. It may look pointless, but you have to try. You have to make yourself try. One loop at a time. Every time you find yourself back in Dr. Fink's office, you get to make a decision. Either collect all your strength and give yourself some reason to live through the next 47 minutes, or take the pill again.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, but I gotta go. Doc?
Mr. Harrow, please.
Spit it out already.
Now what is there to do? Just walk. Let's leave the car parked at the motel and just walk. North, south, it doesn't really matter. Just spend the loop on foot. Besides, you read somewhere it's an instant mood boost. Ain't that the truth? Let's go for a walk, folks. And let's go north. I'm told there are things there. Let's go for a walk. Alright, you know how this walking thing works. Or, at the very least, you knew. One foot in front of the other, muscles tight, then again, and again. It'll be alright. You never know, maybe something profound and life-changing will happen on this walk through the desert. Your muscles are already burning with the effort. Seems that lethargy kills more than just the mind. Fucking hell. At least the sun is starting to set, so you'll be spared the warmth of its life-giving rays. The silence of dusk is pierced by the ringing of your phone. Percy, right on the money. Can't. Walking. There's no way you can multitask now. Just setting one foot in front of another requires every crumb of effort that remains. Especially since there's less and less light and more clouds. You'll have to shamble along in the darkness. The first drops of rain remind you that storm is coming to deliver its downpour of rain. Even the heavens need to pass on me. Even the heavens need to piss on me. You'll have to endure. I'm fucking soaked. Lightning splits the night sky apart, and a heartbeat later the thunder roars. Let's just keep on walking. 9 more minutes to endure this drudgery. Far to the north, roaring foreshadows the explosion of colors that will tint the sky. The end is nigh. God, this game is good. This walking was hard work, admittedly, but it wasn't utter shit. There's a lot of effort for something so simple. I did it. That's what matters. Trying is half the battle, and the result was far from your worst loot. Oof. True. True, that was far from the worst loop. We've been shot and we've killed.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live? Hang on, I do want to do the cycle of doubt. Summon the will to live this loop. Every time you find yourself back in Dr. Fink's office, you get to make a decision. Either collect all your strength and give yourself some reason to live through the next 47 minutes, or take the pill again. So, is this the way normal people live? Not by relying on the loudest thunderclap to get you going. Not by warming yourself using a matchstick until it burns out moments later and leaves you in the cold. Not by waiting for an emotion spark to inspire you and just writing it out for a while. It was all I had for so long. And it worked, long past its time. It's over now. It's come down to your own willpower to push the boulder up the hill. 1 more minute, 1 more hour, 1 more day, reusing the same tired resolve again and again and again. Sure, it's not as exciting, it's not as sexy, it's not the beautiful, terrifying roller coaster through the sky-high mania and the darkest pits of despair that you are so used to. This is quieter, duller. But it's the only renewable fuel for the journey through the confines you're trapped in. And now what? Simple! Now you just keep pushing up the hill. Forever.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Sorry, Doc. I gotta go.
Mr. Harrow, please.
I gotta go for a drive. And I'm gonna be driving south. Let's go for a pleasure drive south, where there's no roadblock to stop your trip, just you and the road beneath your wheels, stretching on forever. Start early so the journey has time to breathe and time to last. Alright, well, let's go for a drive. This seems easy enough. He's still driving full speed. The car glides down a familiar road, every bump, every curb, known to you. You pass by Max Gas. Maxine's inside, as always. The sun is setting. It'll be dark again soon. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bow. The graveyard glides by on your right. Let's just keep driving. Percy, no doubt. Nah, I want to focus on the driving. Let's not pick up that call. At last, the sun dips below the horizon. Clouds gather like a flock of sheep drifting in the pen of twilight. It's gonna be rain soon. Doesn't matter, there's nowhere to rush, just keep driving. A little more focused, that's enough. driving for another 20 minutes, man. Damn. The rain begins. First scattered drops, then a gathering horde, until the shower thickens and the windshield becomes its canvas. Like driving through a never-ending car wash. The music is indeed very funky. Very funkalicious. It jolts you, but only faintly. You can almost predict the second it arrives by now. Fits the game? Yeah. I guess it does, doesn't it? In the rearview mirror, the sky begins to turn red and yellow. It's almost time. Strange. You realize you've never done this before. Always moving towards something, always with a goal in mind. Never simply going nowhere. It's easier when you have a goal. Yeah, then you think only of the finish line. But now, without one, you don't think at all. Slungus. Excuse me. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
New loop, new opportunity. You ready to live yet? Will you help me figure out whether an insight I had recently actually makes sense? Hang on, let's do this one. An insight? That sounds promising. Still, I'd suggest we leave it for tomorrow when we're both fresh and have enough time to do it justice. My brain's on fire after our first session, and it would be a waste not to use it while it's still sizzling. I'm sure you've got a minute or two, maybe even 3, for a quick peek into the idea. Well, when you put it like that, alright, let's hear what it's about. Dr. Think, I've realized I have a problem with self-doubt. His face grows serious and his eyes lock onto you. Thank you for your openness, Mr. Harrow. That's a huge step, especially so early, right after our first session. Tell me please, how exactly does this problem show up in your life? I tend to come up with excuses to not even start something I'd like to. I don't even try to do the things I want, I just assume it'll fail. I'll fail. I'm overly pessimistic in how I approach life and anything I could do in it. I tend to come up with excuses to not even start something I'd like to. I see. When we're trying to work on a problem such as this, the first step is admitting to ourselves that the lack of action is a hindrance, not a benefit. So tell me, what benefit has this inactivity brought you? Up until this moment, you realize it's not helping you anymore. It's often easier not to try. Alright, let's try to put this into a sequence, shall we? First, you feel self-doubt, which is natural. We all feel it sometimes, especially when we're facing something that asks for our involvement with an uncertain outcome. Then, right after, comes a wave of pessimism. It acts like a guard dog, warning you about possible disappointment and shame if you fail. Notice how this protection is aimed entirely at avoiding the possibility of being wrong, not at allowing for the possibility that things might actually turn out alright. That has to be a product of my life experience. I just like to call it how I see it. Life's crap always. We all go through bad, even ugly times in our lives, Mr. Harrow, especially as we grow up and discover more and more about the world's darker corners. But holding on to the idea that things can turn out alright isn't delusional, nor a coping mechanism. It's a vital part of hope, and life without hope is quite frankly miserable. He nods as if acknowledging his own words before continuing. Back to your sequence pessimism leads to inactivity, you avoid exposing yourself, avoiding the risk of failure, and in doing so, you keep your inner balance intact. But you stay stuck in the same time and place. And it gets worse. Every time you don't try and thus don't fail, you conclude it was the right thing to do. Thus, you keep reinforcing your self-doubt instead of weakening it, which makes any future attempt even less appealing. You've already taken the first step, which is great, even though there's a lot of work awaiting you before your outlook truly changes. This first step is often the most difficult one. From here on, it will get easier, slowly but steadily. Trust me. I'd like to have your optimism, Dr. Fink. It seems hard, but let's actually try something for once. A smile appears on his face, a rare crack in the otherwise deadly serious professional facade. That's the right attitude, Mr. Harrow. In the end, what we call doing is just the attempt that finally works. Well, that was insightful, but the rest of the loop still awaits. What will it be this time? Summon the will to live this loop. One loop at a time. Hang on, I gotta... Frank was so sure he'd save Judy, clinging to that certainty right up until the end, even as it was painfully clear he was dying. How could someone be so completely blind to the possibility of failure? Dr. Fink made you see the blueprint of your own cage, a preemptive retreat. You predict failure and then let its phantom destroy real chances. Indeed. One loop at a time. Every time you find yourself back in Dr. Fink's office, you get to make a decision. Either collect all the strength and give yourself some reason to live to the next 47 minutes, or take the pill again.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry. I gotta go.
Mr. Harrow, please.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Take a walk through the cemetery. Sounds like a wild idea to spend this loop walking through the graveyard, but why not? But hey, where else you gotta be? Sounds like a wild idea, but then again, you know what? Why the fuck not? Is it this way? Amid the silent rows of stones, your feet wander at the whim of the winding paths. Gravel whispers beneath your shoes, a fragile rhythm in the vast, muted expanse of marble granite memories. Why am I even here? Who just wanders a graveyard? Perhaps walking here isn't about remembering or forgetting. Maybe it's just to feel small for a while. Getting a phone call. Silence the phone. Let's take a walk. Apathy is death. Worse even, for even a rotting corpse serves the soil and has the worms for an entourage. Death is an end. Apathy is a void. The rain drapes the scene in a silvered stillness, makes every stone gleam, every shadow tremble, and every step feel like a careful echo. For a moment, it feels like something out of a romantic poem, soft and reflective, but a jagged flash across the sky hints that a turn toward Victorian horror isn't far off. A stone angel tilts its head as if watching, poised to say something, though you figure it's too polite to interrupt your stroll. The rain thickens, the cemetery darkens, but still you walk. You're not moving toward anything, not closure, not insight, not even shelter. Just forward, and that unbroken line is starting to feel tolerable. Lightning cleaves the sky clean and limping thunder follows, sending shivers through the gravestones. In an instant, the misty night sky cracks like an eggshell, the blinding yoke of light flooding through. However, a different sensation starts hatching within you. Your leash may be short, but at the very last, you still get to pick the tree to tie it to. At the very least, rather. Still just waiting for one more willpower. We gotta get through this to get one more willpower.
Still with me, Mr. Hollow?
New loop, new opportunity. Are you ready to live? Summon the will to live this loop.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yeah, sorry, but I gotta go. I got something I gotta
Mr.
do.
Harrow, please.
Nature's sublime drama. Every evening, nature's sublime drama unfolds across the sky. For the best view, claim your spot at the private lodge, the railing on the River Rue at the roadblock, and don't miss the opening act. Don't miss the opening act, the sunset. It masterfully sets the tone for everything to come. Okay, I guess we're going to the river to take a piss. At the roadblock. Fucking kicking, dude. You arrived a touch early. An elegant decision. How about we wait for that show to begin? Oh man. Gotta wait the whole time. All 47 minutes. The sun begins its majestic descent, closing the day's act with dignity before slipping into its hard-earned sleep. Nothing wrong with rewatching your favorite show. Is this the end? No shot! We didn't get that last willpower. Holy fuck, dude. Am I? No shot, dude. This cannot be the end. Oh, fuck. They got my ass. They fucking got my ass, dude. Ah, fucking ow. No broken bones or nothing. That's kind of funny. I was like, no way. No way, we didn't get the last willpower point. What was I supposed to do? Hey man, you're getting a phone call. You're breathing. That's a start. Holy shit. Pain is coursing through your whole body. It's not like the pain of dying, but it hurts, like you've been squished by a hydraulic press. Can you move? Wiggle your arms and legs very carefully. Every muscle, tendon, and bone moves as they should. Though you fell from a cliff, somehow you're not hurt. Yeah, your body hurts like you've been tenderized for deep frying, but you're whole. That's fresh bruises and skin-deep nicks. There doesn't seem to be any permanent damage, but pain pulses through you with every breath. That sunset landslide was worth it, though. It's mostly bearable. How about we get up a little slowly? Grab your phone. Don't forget to grab your phone. It might be stuck in this loop. We definitely don't want to lose that thing. New area unlocked, brother. As the shock passes away, a realization slowly dawns on you. You were so certain that you had explored every millimeter of Rue Valley reachable to you within the loop. Well, you were wrong. The mark of progress comes with the logo, too. It looks like a line between healthy plants and those high on sludge. Look who it is. It's hard to imagine anyone, let alone a child, coming near this water to launch a paper boat. And yet, there it is. A small testament to bravery or foolishness drifting into the unknown. You would recognize this pickup anytime, anywhere, even if it was lined up with a million other trucks. That's Frank's car. Still, in addition to the obvious fall damage, it's not exactly the way you remember it. The river has deposited so much silt, glistening with only rainbows, and the winds have blown in so much sand, it's as if the car has been here for a week at least. Check if the rear stoplight is still broken. It is, but so is literally everything else on this vehicle. So I mean jack shit. Alright, let's take a look at the car as a whole. Wrecked like a giant child decided to vent their tantrum on it. So if Frank's phone is not affected by the lube, maybe his car is the same. That would explain the accumulated dirt. Move the branch and enter. Dang, what a move. The pickup's cabin is a mixture of wind-blown dirt and years of its owner's negligence. The ashtray is chock full, so much so that Frank started killing cigarette buds in his cup holder. Whole bunch of sprays, half-used duct tape rolls, and tools litter the place. Things you don't even know the names of, let alone their purpose. See if there's anything in the sun visor. An unexpected photograph falls into your lap. It's Frank and Riley, hugging in front of Rue Valley Motel. You barely recognize everything. It's like you peered into an alternate reality. Anything under the seat? There's only a crumpled soft package of Desperado Gold cigarettes. In the glove compartment? Only one heavy-duty work glove, covered in oil and grease. But behind that is a purple business card with gold-colored letters etched into it. Madame Lorraine's Infinite Seance, every Sunday from 8 to 9. Only on Bell Radio. And on the other side, esoteric dream analysis and fate divination. Call 484-887-1421. Seems like Dr. Fink is not the only one with the dream interpretation superpower. Well, some healthy competition is always welcome. How can anyone trust fortune tellers in this day and age? Maybe Frank persuaded this Madame Lorraine to create the loop. Or he called her to make sense of a dream he had. If he called it all, maybe it's just random junk. Well, how about the bobblehead on the dashboard? In this dim light, you need to squint your eyes to focus on the figurine, a person wearing one of those Coral Destiny spacesuits. There's a small plaque at the bottom, First Commander Judith Resnick, it says. Nudge the bobblehead. It sways once or twice, and then it falls down, instantly lost in the cocktail of dirt, sand, and cigarette ash. It's like the relentless sun melted into its adhesive away. All of a sudden, the sky ambushes you. Streaks of amber and red start to twirl, and you know, it's time for a reset. Your hopes of actually finding anything useful are crushed like a brainless bug under a headless, heedless heel. Ah well. But wait, what the hell is that? Frank's corpse, and to think you'd looked everywhere for it, only to find it here by pure chance. And for it to be snatched away by the loop, first a slap, then a spit in the face. Because how the hell do you plan on getting down here again without risking death? Well, it's easy. I simply don't. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Some sights are not meant for human eyes, and that was one of them. It was like the whole wide world is just a recording, and it was rewound back to the beginning. I got a cognitive snap. My fucking mindfulness. In a world without surprises, this one hits you like a wake-up call. That's +2 to sensitive. Still cynical, though. I never want to see that again. So Frank's pickup resists the loop, same as his phone. Yeah, but you are not prepared for the consequences of that. You can try and wrap your mind all you want around the experience, but it will only shatter your brain. Better not think about it too much. One thing is certain, you have unwittingly given yourself a fresh start. Maybe even a chance to get out of this prison. Just when I finally accepted that I'd stay here forever. I have to try. You're in a time loop. You're now starting your loops from Frank's pickup truck instead of from Dr. Fink's office in the motel. This means you can now arrive at some locations much earlier than was previously possible. It might be worth visiting them as early as you can. Perhaps there's even a completely new location to the north that you couldn't have reached in time from the motel. You just need to get into your fancy sports car and investigate. This loop, you've chosen something else. Oh, that's a third dot, brother. That's a third willpower. Mostly bearable. Holy shit, dude, this is a whole different area now. It's a whole different world. Alright, Frank, what's up, man? You're no spaceflight expert, but this looks like a piece of a rocket. Whether the launch was a success or not, you can't really say. I mean, if it's here, it's obviously failed. Aim for the sky, ended in the desert by toxic water. Riches to rags in reverse. Once Frank's physical body, now an empty husk, rot, or beaks. Got the eyes, so the stare turned towards the heavens is vacant. Instead of bloating, his skin is dried up and shriveled, giving Frank a perpetual grin of nicotine-stained teeth. There's no stench of death and decay. Maybe the overwhelming odor of mixed metals and acid coming from the river is the reason for Frank's desiccation. What a cruel fate. He died, exactly as he lived, chasing Judy. So, you're gonna just leave him rotting away like this? Rather not dig around this toxic sludge without a shovel. Forget a shovel, you need a full hazmat suit. Just standing around this shit gives you super cancer. There are so many reasons against burying Frank, and only one for... but maybe. Maybe just a short speech. Something that would commemorate Frank's life and death. That I can do. You know how this goes. We're gathered here today to... pay our last respects. You sure this wasn't even close to Frank's fantasies about his own death, but it is what it is. What comes next? You did write several articles about structuring a eulogy along with examples. Ah yes, here lies Frank Anderson. A true son of Rue Valley. Now, returning to his mother's womb very slowly. Next on the list, the deceased will be remembered for... the signal both of us are chasing. It's sad his life will be remembered only by the signal chase, but it did become all of his life at the end. In the end, you might want to add... goodbye, Frank. I hardly knew you. The plant's remains stand upright, as if defying the obvious. This river isn't just lifeless, it kills life. Try to survive against the odds. And this is the result, a monument to instinct and the unfortunate fact that plants don't have legs. Yet. Alright, shall we go left or right? Let's go into the... You can see the Kuiper Belt bar from here. In fact, you can walk there. No. Not much there, but empty desert in the K Ranch. I mean, we gotta go north. The idea suggested grab the car and go north, so let's go north. To the Kuiper Belt. I'm fucking cognitively snapped, brother. Alright. I gotta charge Frank's phone. Get in the car and drive north. Damn, what a smooth ride. Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore changed years ago. I'm gonna ignore that call. Well, look where we are. I can't believe we fucking made it. How did we make it this time with 1 minute to spare? Is that who I fucking think it is? That old bastard? Closed until the launch is complete. The plaque looks professionally crafted, made from costly materials, silver and gold woven together, or at least looks like silver and gold. The engraving reads, October 3rd, 1984, the day we struck gold, Apex Ore Incorporated. Nice of them to commemorate the moment. Funny thing, not a single mention of the miners who actually found it. The company took all the glory. Not exactly surprising considering everything else you've learned about them. Oh, we in the tunnel, man. We in the tunnel, brother. There's a boy in here. Not sure if I want to talk to anybody yet. Have you interacted with anyone that knows you are in the loop without you telling them? I don't think so. A strange heap of discarded things. Rusted mining gear, twisted and broken, mingling with newer scraps like plastic piping. It looks like two eras colliding, Apex Ore and Coral Destiny. Their legacies dumped together in one heap. That legacy is nothing but garbage. Future archaeologists will have a field day here. I'd love to torch the whole thing. Legacy is nothing but garbage. Progress always leaves trash behind. Sometimes it hides it well, sometimes it just doesn't bother. An overly designed intercom looking like it was ripped out of a spaceship's command deck. This can only mean one thing. Coral Destiny. Press the touch screen.
Yes?
As the video feed switches to face of the seemingly young woman, you feel a prickling sensation at the back of your skull. Can I come in?
That's not exactly in accordance with Coral Destiny's security protocols. But I don't see why not. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols.
What the fuck? She's just gonna let us in? Pat, Rue Valley was playing hard to get, but you got everywhere. Hello. It doesn't take you long to connect the image to the voice you heard over the phone. That's Ben. Oh, I can't talk to him at all. Oh, well, that's because it's the end of the world. The scent of pines and late autumn evening fills your nostrils. You're sitting in an old rocking chair and a light fluffy blanket is covering your knees. There's nothing to worry about. You're safe and content. Enjoy the calm. Mirroring your mood, the world keeps quiet, save for the occasional sound of crackling wood coming from the cozy fireplace in the opposite corner of the cabin, and the almost inaudible sound of tiny cogs inside a cuckoo clock hanging on the wall in front of you. Stare at the fireplace. As your eyes lock into the fireplace, you can't help but lose yourself in the hypnotic play of the flames, the gentle crackling, and soothing warmth fill the room with a sense of serenity. Screw into the sides of plywood? Yeah, never screw into plywood. For sure. Examine the cuckoo clock. It's an old and ornate piece of machinery, its sturdy body hiding both the mechanism and the cuckoo patiently waiting to come out once the full hour strikes. The minute hand is shaped to resemble a long, sharp needle, greatly contributing to the clock's elegance and the impression of precision. But the hour hand is missing completely, making it look less like a clock and more like some strange measuring instrument. But it is a clock, isn't it? Looks like it. The numbers are omitted, but the familiar marks representing minutes are there, diligently carved into the wood one by one. There's something uncanny about them, though. They look as if they are too far apart from one another, as if there's not enough of them. How about I count them? You get it from the rocking chair, the fluffy blanket falling to the floor, discarded and forgotten, and try to steady your trembling hand as you count the markings by touching each one, until you make a full circle with your finger. There seem to be 47, or maybe 48, you're not sure, as you forget if you started counting from where 12 should be, or the marking next to it. It's gotta be 47, just count them again. Oh. But as you ponder this enigma, suddenly the clock's door opens and a tiny figure emerges. Instead of a traditional cuckoo, it's a meticulously crafted miniature worker, clad in faded blue overalls, an itsy-bitsy red cap atop his head, and shiny black boots tapping rhythmically. With unwavering dedication, the tiny figure pounds on a minuscule anvil with its hammer, mirroring the clock's ticking with eerie precision. The sound is barely audible, but it echoes in your ears, each strike of the hammer resonating with the burdensome weight of time itself, until the small worker's shift ends and he disappears again inside the hollow body of the strange cuckoo clock. Wait until he comes out again. Intrigued, you pull up the chair and sit closer. You stare intently at the clock's long, sharp needle of an arm, listening to the sound of the clock. But minutes pass, and to your bewilderment, the needle remains motionless, refusing to budge. It mocks your attempts to decipher its meaning. This is fucking strange. As your thoughts begin to wander, the magnetic dance of the flames inside the fireplace attracts your gaze once again for a few seconds. But as soon as you glance toward the clock again, you realize the needle has come alive. In the meantime, moving at a speed that defies all logic and managing to make a full circle of what feels like mere moments. The worker springs out of the clock once again and a profound sense of urgency washes over you. You want to look away, but you fear that if you take your eyes off the clock, the minutes will begin magically slipping through your fingers once again, just out of reach. Oh, I did not get a... Oh, okay, I was going to say I did not get a memory out of that, but I did. You retreat into a cabin for peace, only to be held captive by the relentless ticking mechanism of the clock. I need to do the golden apple first. We are behind on this. Oh, I got it back. You climb toward the golden apple, only to be trapped by the broken path you left behind. Retreat to a cabin for peace, only to be held captive by the relentless ticking mechanism of a strange clock, and I don't have 4 willpower. I don't have 4 willpower. You're here! Again. I thought I could reset here only if I'm in the car when the loop ends. But it makes perfect sense when you think about it. The loop doesn't reset, it rewinds. You saw it with your own eyes. So that means that from now on I will always return here? Exactly, unless Frank has a second car stashed somewhere nearby. Move the branch and get out of the car. Alright. I should probably go talk to, like, Dr. Fink about this dream. Don't think I've ever been in the Kuiper Belt this early. Go to the motel. I gotta talk to Doc. See if I can, even. Put it on silent. Oh my god. I can't. I get there with 1 minute to spare. Holy shit. I can't talk to Dr. Fink anymore. Well, that's a shame. Right, because my car is at the motel. Damn. Still with me, Mr. Harrow? Indeed. Alright, well, let's go talk to the miner. Then we can go talk to the professor. Dear Professor. It is I, Banana. Dee dee doo 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 doo. I haven't picked up that phone in a while. Not sure if anything would change, but... Alright. Yo! What up, my dude? What's up with you? You seem fucked up. The long dark tunnel ends with an unexpected pool of weak light and a man standing in it turning his head left and right as if in confusion or fear. Hello? Your voice ricochets through the dark, the figure jolts and turns towards you.
Miner, you're not supposed to be here. Leave, now!
As your eyes adjust, his outline settles into detail. An old man, truly old. Sparse gray hair stand like brittle antennae over a face scored by years. He looks like the Walter you saw in the K family tree. Much older, unkempt, but unmistakably him. Walter, your family's worried about you.
My family? Yeah. Helen must be scared out of her wits. And the kids, too.
He seems safe enough, but a feeling gnaws at you. Something isn't right. Walter, what are you doing here? He half turns, as if your question finally catches up with him.
First, you tell me. You support Bill Thatcher?
No.
That's a good boy. You might be an outsider, but your heart's in the right place. He picks or props him up, and there's nothing I could do. Except I'm not without teeth.
A lesson?
Yeah, proper lesson, like at school when the teacher beats you blue for acting out.
The thread of thought slips from his grip. He drifts into a low mumble, lost, not just in place, but in time. He's alive, and someone swore he'd wander back home sooner or later. Still, he isn't well. You can't just leave him like this. Walter, go home, buddy.
Home. Yeah, home. Maxine's there. She's worried. I just need to make sure everything's in order.
He's oblivious to your attempts to steer him. At least the loop keeps him safe. True. You found Walter in the mine. Nothing you can do for him now. Alright, so this girl is my last best hope for another quest line. Open, open! Open, open! Let's ignore the protocol together.
Always for breaking some rules. Screw Coral Destiny's protocols.
Hello. I've come to kill you. I think there's anywhere else I can go in here.
Hiya! So sorry about that sterilization procedure, but it's necessary in a facility of this type. And don't you worry about the chemicals, they are all organic in origin.
As long as it's safe.
100% safe. For humans. Are you from the Overshoot Forum, perhaps? It's not every day that someone from there comes to talk in person. But I've never seen you in Rue Valley, so you can't be a local.
I'm Eugene, Dr. Fink's new client, just wandering about.
Welcome, Eugene. I'm Dana Peters. I just want you to know Fink is an expert. You're in good hands.
Good night.
So, what can I do for you?
What is this place exactly?
Officially, Coral Destiny Research Facility number 8, but everyone knows it as the Hydroponics Farm, or just the farm.
Isn't Coral Destiny a space exploration company? What does all the greenery have to do with rockets or space?
You are right, but up to a point. Rockets and space are only a means to an end. Coral Destiny's real aim is to establish a self-sufficient colony on Mars. Such autarky is impossible without food and medicine. That's my job. And this facility and all these plants, my life's work.
Why was the sterilization process necessary?
You're among the rare few who have asked me that question. People usually accept it as a necessary protocol without trying to delve deeper. Most of the species here are hybrids of my own creation. Because of that, they are vulnerable to all pathogens. So, without immunity of their own, I have to provide it for them.
What about accidents? People make mistakes, you know.
Simple. Contingency protocols. One of them you have already suffered through, the sterilization process.
What was that you mentioned? Reboot? The forum you mentioned?
Overshoot is an online gathering place for people that believe time is running out for our species, our civilizations, and our planet.
Oh.
It was a great community, but it recently turned sour. It's an echo chamber now, a place for whining, grasping at straws, and passing around copium.
Sounds like some crazy cult. Ultimate destiny of any place on the internet.
Unfortunately, yes. This forum just evolved into it much more quickly because of the subject matter it deals with, which pushes a lot of people straight into the jaws of depression. I stopped being an active member a long time ago, but I'm one of the founders, and people still find me, sometimes even in person.
So you're the boss here.
Now I am. Of course, it took me quite some time to iron out all the disagreements with my CEO, then persuade her I don't need her ideas, let alone her hands-on management.
What was the disagreement about?
It's still there. We just opt not to discuss it anymore. Isabel wants self-sufficiency as soon as possible, so the colony can become profitable quickly. I understand that. Establishing a base on Mars costs unthinkable amounts of money, and Coral Destiny is just a corporation. It must hunt for profit. But it's all foolishness, if you ask me. That colony must become a seed vault for our species, and you need long-term planning for that.
How do you water all these plants? Rue Valley water is so polluted. It's like drawn from the bowels of hell.
An observant question. At first, fresh water was transported from outside of the valley. The same will be required on Mars. Large quantities of water will be delivered via cargo ships. Since water recycling and purification is necessary for the future colony, a section of my research was dedicated to just that. It's a long and complex story. But in a nutshell, the state of the Rue Valley aquifer is horrendous. It's been polluted with heavy metals, mining runoff, and ore processing chemicals.
Damn.
But with various methods, including introduction of certain bacteria and microbe strains, I've managed to purify small quantities of water, then enrich it with nutrients and minerals.
You're saying you already have a solution for the black water?
I have, yes. But it's only applicable to small quantities. To scale it for the whole aquifer would require billions, maybe more. All that money would be better spent elsewhere.
Why water? Mars has plenty of soil.
Most of which is completely ill-suited to growing plants. It contains no organic matter, lacks essential nutrients such as nitrogen, and, critically, it's full of toxic percolates. Yes, we could purify and enrich Martian soil, but it would be a lengthy and costly process. Water is much easier to manipulate.
A bunch of these plants look suspicious.
Excuse me, Mr. Phytologist, I didn't recognize you there. This facility is my laboratory, testing grounds to discern what will work, what could work, and what will be a disaster. And since Martian conditions are impossible, the plants must be impossible too.
Cool, thanks.
Most welcome. It's always a pleasure to talk to a member of our pre-extinct species. I have some work to do now. Feel free to explore the lab, just don't touch the plants.
Okie doke. I mean, I guess I got a quest out of this. I mean, I met somebody. I don't think I got a quest, though. Dana Peters, the hydroponics farmer, works in Coral Destiny Lab north of the Kuiper Belt Bar. Okay. Not much to do there. Interesting. Not much to do here at the roadblock. I guess we'll have to go everywhere else. And there are only really 2 locations I can go to, which is, Kuiper Belt and the K Ranch, which is interesting. I'm gonna hit the Kuiper Belt first, I think. Not much for it. That's done. Can I go back down this way? Or is this just a dead end? That's a dead end for sure. Walk to the Kuiperville. Alright, let's see what we got going down first at the Kuiper Belt. 808, Anita's on the phone. I don't think there's much else to do. Talk to the big guy.
Hey, welcome to Kuiper Belt. I'm Travis, and you look like you could really use a drink.
Can I charge my phone anywhere around here?
Hey, man, wow, I never forget a face, but I totally blanked on your name.
Ah, the old fake it till you make it routine. Smooth. A real master of social grace, this one. No worries, it's Eugene. Eugene Harrow.
Ah, now it came back. Welcome to our esteemed canteen, Eugene.
Hilarious. A real knee slapper, that one. Yeah, thanks, I guess. Now, how about that charger?
Sure thing, buddy. The eggheads from Coral Destiny equipped us with one of those, whatchamacallits, state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, universal green charger ports. It's right behind the pool table. Just place whatever you need charged on it, and it takes care of the rest.
No shot. Thanks. I'll be sure to check it out. What can you tell me about Dr. Fink? Cast a glance at you from the rim of his already spotless cup. He's still cleaning.
Not much. Anita was, probably still is, angry at Ben for giving him a better price for a long-term stay. That's the extent of it, really. Well, there's a bit more. Some of Fink's regulars come to the bar every now and again, after their sessions. They've got nothing but praise for the man and his methods.
Oh shit.
So I thought about starting counseling with him. Don't get me wrong, my current therapist is amazing, but I prefer to have sessions in person.
Didn't work out though. He doesn't take new clients unless they're assigned through the Ministry of Public Happiness referral system. So I just stuck with my therapist. Guess I got lucky.
Altruism, benevolence, compassion? I don't really know, but you can take your pick.
You got a positive opinion of therapy?
Of course. There's that old adage, healthy mind and a healthy body. You can't have one without the other.
If his body's an indication, his mind is bursting with
Don't want
health.
to sound arrogant or boast, just giving you an example from my personal life. Disclaimer done. I know it's hard to believe it when you see me today, but I was a slob, both in mind and in body. There were days when I couldn't get out of bed. Didn't see the point. There were days when I drowned myself with food just to feel that shred of the cheapest possible happiness from the dopamine kick. I'm here and not in a psych ward and or diabetes ward because of therapy. Only because of therapy.
Well, when you put it that way.
Hey, try it. And if you don't like it, it's not for you, don't do it. Easy as that. Just because therapy helped me doesn't mean it's the right jam for you.
Thanks, man.
No problem. Care for a drink, perhaps?
No thanks. Okay, I can charge my phone over here. Gotcha, good to know. Place it on the rounded plate and leave. Leave. And now we wait. Alright. So Frank's phone is at the Kuiper Belt. Good to know. Well, I'm not sure what else to do this early in the morning. Could read, could play some games, could look at my phone. Is there anything to do on my phone? Call Dr. Fink? As the ringing starts, it dawns on you, ever since you began looping in Frank's pickup, you stopped appearing at Frank's couch. Which means that, in his eyes, you vanish in front of him every loop. Poor man has a question to ask. A lot of questions, probably.
What in the Earth's name? What happened?
You sound distressed. Try breathing slowly. I've heard it calms the nerves. Hell, you even wrote an article about it. There is a short pause, and you won't believe he applies the technique you offered him. Alas, it doesn't last long. Mr. Harrow, I don't need to calm down. He just vanished.
Vanished. Right in front of me. One moment you were there, the next I was talking to empty air.
That's absurd. People don't just vanish into air, do they? He pauses, clearly reconsidering what you just said. You've knocked him off his rails, now's the time to press the advantage. You must be confused. You forgot I simply left. It happens and it's okay. Silence is your only answer, followed by a long, drawn-out sigh. It sounds suspiciously like surrender. Perhaps you're right. In a way, I mean. It's possible I just didn't notice you leaving. I'm glad we cleared that up. Now I got a question for you. Well, we don't really get to finish our session properly, and I always like to leave a bit of room for questions at the end. Given that our session ended not long ago, I suppose I could offer some brief answers now and leave the details for tomorrow. Dr. Fink, I really need your help to unwrap a dream that's troubling me. Mr. Harrow, I understand your need to share is great, but please don't let those emotions get the better of you. Alright, please, go ahead and share your dream. Share the dream about the golden apple. Finally. This is what I was trying to do, man. And then I woke up, still shivering. Thank you for trusting me with this, Mr. Harrow. It's a powerful, poignant dream. Several elements demand our attention. The tree itself, the special apple, the branches that break, and the other fruit you ignore. Where would you like to begin? Every branch that snapped made it harder to go back down. A very obvious metaphor for burned bridges and forsaken alternatives. You'll agree, each broken branch is a path closed off and an opportunity sacrificed in service of your single goal. The higher you go, the more you destroy your own safety net, and at one point, descent becomes more terrifying than continuing. And the other apples, the ones that brush against you, ripen within reach. Now that I think about it, the flowers turning to fruit then rotting away, that part really stuck with me. Your life goes on, people change, opportunities come and go, whether we pay attention or not, and you chose to ignore all the other apples even when you were starving, even when the golden one had turned to stone and those others still held life. To reach them would have felt like betrayal. Wait, what a loyalty to the topmost fruit, an obsessive allegiance almost, don't you think? Alright, perhaps we should consider some of the other symbols next. The tree was, I don't know, everything. I completely understand what you mean. It was your entire world. What does the tree represent to you? Is it a path? A version of yourself? The only place I could possibly be, there was nothing around the tree. Interesting. So the tree isn't just a means to an end, but the entire structure of the effort itself. It's the journey you've committed to. In psychological terms, we might see it as your identity narrative, the specific path you believe you must climb, and you begin to climb it with soft, virgin hands. The calluses form only later, yes? Yes, it grew more unwelcoming as I climbed. Let's say the climb itself reflects your imagined life story, but it gets harder and harder the higher you climb. Why do you think that is? It's to be expected. No pain, no gain. So the callus is forming and bursting, the wind's getting colder, that's your psyche saying the end goal demands sacrifice, or perhaps you only call it success if you bleed for it. Not necessarily, but it's often the case. It's a valid interpretation, but let me offer another perspective. Initially, the dream was hopeful, but the process of climbing for so long without reaching the apple is what really hardened you, weakened you, and metaphorically aged you. As you climb higher, the surroundings seem to echo the mental and emotional challenges you face, and not necessarily the material reality. The cold, biting air might reflect the isolation that comes with clinging to an ambitious goal for so long. Now let's shift our attention to another symbol from your dream. The golden apple wasn't even that special at first, but the more I climbed, the more I needed to get it. Let's consider this transformation. Its value was not inherent. It was assigned by your focus. Your pursuit made it golden, and then ultimately it turned to stone. What does that shift tell you? From unremarkable to radiant to lifeless. It had its own special life cycle. Indeed, but since it was special only because you decided it's special, what this special life cycle is really telling us is how you feel toward it. It looks to me that the apple was a potential that, through fixation, became an idol, and idols inevitably disappoint. And when you finally see it was petrified, it's no longer a living fruit, but like a monument. A monument to what? My dream. In a way, yes. A monument to a dream that was never realized. A fossilized dream. A monument of your refusal to let go of a singular, rigid idea of success. Let's synthesize this, Mr. Harrow. You committed to a path and a goal. The pursuit itself infused that goal with unbearable significance. Along the way, you sacrificed other paths, other versions of your life, breaking the branches that could have supported a different future. Now you find yourself trapped and clinging to a plan you know you can't follow anymore. The identity of a climber who will reach the golden apple is now your cage. To let go of that dream feels like the death of who you thought you were supposed to be for so long, so you chose a slower, more agonizing death by stagnation. You think I pushed too far? I'm not here to label. it as far or not. Pushing yourself is a commendable, but only when reaching the goal is reasonable. You can't climb down, those branches are long broken, but looking at the choices either up or down is part of the problem here. The tree always branches upward, and it's never too late to switch your focus to another reachable fruit. I don't think I'm ready to let it go. And nobody expects you to. Let it breathe in your mind for now. Later, we'll return to the stream and the picture will be clear. The edge is sharper. We'll explore its nuances in our next session. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc. Don't pick up the phone, brother. The detail from the lady with the big hat's phone call comes back to you. What could Robin's reason be for turning down the university offer? It would have given her a real chance at a better life, far beyond being a motel receptionist in the middle of nowhere forever. And then another memory comes to you, so vivid you're there again. You sink into your favorite and only chair, staring at the laptop screen, waiting. Another pointless little pop-up in the bottom right reminds you 5 more minutes until the meeting. The first one came and went not more than an hour ago during one of your traditional self-sabotaging writing sessions. You wouldn't have noticed it at all if it hadn't synced, almost mockingly with the blinking cursor at the blank document you've had open for longer than you'd like to admit. 5 minutes, just enough time for your mind to drift or decide which version of you will log into the online meetup. Both possibilities unsettle you. Better to try something else. Check your background. You swivel toward the wide rack, books and graphic novels stacked with meticulous care. The sight stirs a faint tang. You can't recall the last time you truly read one. You become more a collector than a reader, curating a shelf of trophies rather than stories. Their shiny spines, however, nudge you to straighten your own when turning back to your laptop. The clock has not yet hit 7:59 when the ringing starts and the notification announces Patty Webbloom, HR is calling you. Why do they call so early? This is so unprofessional. You tell them that, or follow up with a strongly worded email. Time for a phone call. Hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you today? Remember, that wasn't really a question you're supposed to answer, just play along. The last time you two spoke face-to-face was when Webbloom first hired you as an independent contractor a few years back. Well, hello there. Greetings, Patty. What do I owe the pleasure? And there it is, that practiced fake smile of hers. It already makes you ache from the inside out. I'll have you know Mr. Weber will be joining us personally for this meeting. I won't spoil anything, but there are some major updates regarding your status with the company. The CEO, why? Okay. Before she gets a word out, another face barges in, pushing hers to the left off the screen. He's in his mid-40s, slightly tanned, with a huge gold mane strategically combed over what you suspect is a bald patch. The sun behind him is almost comically bright. It's the man. In another universe, he'd be a certified comic book villain, but here he is, smiling wide with what seems to be far too many pearly whites. Eugene! Gino! How are you, my guy? Patty here tells me you're a genius with words, if you catch my drift. Yeah, Patty here wouldn't recognize good writing unless it opens with, I hope this email finds you well. So I've been thinking, we can't let this guy slide. We gotta get him in our ranks officially, instead of treating you like a hired gun. Patty, what did I say? I said, and I quote, this individual has new content, director written all over him, and he's been hiding in plain sight this whole time. So what do you say? Of course you don't need to answer right away, but here at Webbloom we're practically a family, so I wouldn't mind an unofficial yes on your part. Wow, I'm speechless. Haha, not a good look for a wordsmith such as yourself, but I get it. I got you tangled in our web, and trust me, I let nothing fly. I gotta run, but I'm leaving you in the hands of our lovely Patty over here, and you can discuss details with her. See you around, Gino. He disappears like a genie, along with that smug secondhand sunshine. Through the mental fog, you nod along autopilot as she recites benefits, salary, bonuses, corporate culture, 9 to 5, team buildings like reading the back of a cereal box. And just when you feel yourself slip away, she yanks you back in reality. I'll write you the contract draft first thing tomorrow. Any questions you have, we'll walk through a separate meeting. Alright, Mr. Harrow? Right. Good to hear. Welcome aboard, Mr. Harrow. Toodles. And she pops out as well. The questions you're left with have nothing to do with the ones she might expect, but you're in no shape to unpack them now. Go back to your blank graphic novel script. It's futile. Your mind spirals, slipping past your grip, and the universal excuses you've relied on until now suddenly fall apart. You were built for damage control, not for the moment you're handed a chance to stop playing the wounded party. Give up and get up. You stand up swiftly, shaking off defeat with practiced precision, another quiet surrender disguised as calling it for tonight. You know you're the only one you're only one breakthrough away. One spark, one panel, one perfect line that will finally tie everything together. Why did they have to test your resolve now? If only I had more time. Yeah, most days your part-time content writing work drains all of your time and energy. Every assignment has you wearing a new voice, a different pseudonym, another persona. At first it felt like harmless roleplay. Now you're not sure where the mask ends and you begin. It was all meant to be temporary, a financial crutch while you work on important stuff, but in reality you rarely get to return to your true self. Graphic novel writer. But if this part-time work takes up all the time of your life anyway, wouldn't it be smart to admit your plan is not working and accept all the benefits of a steady full-time employment? No, I will not quit my dreams for safety and convenience. True, admitting the failures would feel like killing the real you, but is he really alive anyway? Back to your laptop and open your email. She said she'll send you the thing tomorrow, but it's better to get this over with immediately. Write in draft, regretfully I must decline your offer. Really? Oh shit, man. What could be Robin's reason for turning down the university offer? It would have given her a real chance at a better life, far beyond being a motel receptionist in the middle of nowhere forever. Dr. Fink thinks that clinging to your old identity at any cost is dangerous. You aren't keeping your old dreams alive, you're using them as a tomb. You should talk with him about this. You think I can call Dr. Fink again? He barely lent you his time for one phone call, he's not gonna answer another. Better call the next loop. Alright, well, I guess I'll play some games until the end of the loop. Alright, let's see what you got. You've tamed the machine, enough to think you've earned a new challenge. It's time for something bigger and meaner. You slide in a coin, hit the helicopter, and the machine bathes you in a command prompt, overblown advertising, the prelude to your next adventure. Let's play. Let's play. Countdown begins, familiar, now almost ritualistic. You're in the cockpit. The world outside hums like a distant dream. The rotors above thrum like a heartbeat. Tail rotor failure, the screen starts to spin in a violent centrifugal nightmare. Initiate auto-rotation by cutting power to the rotor system. The spin slows, you're not flying, you're falling with purpose. The glide is brutal, but it's controlled. The light turns to green, the rotor working properly, and you continue the flight. The sound of voices makes you realize there are passengers behind you, muffled, terrified voices with desperation rising. They're pleading for a pilot to tell them this isn't how they die. Luckily for them, on the right side of the console is a small, grimy microphone. You lean in. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. The hush settles behind you. They're listening now. It seems your words worked. The chaos behind you softens. The runway stretches ahead. You begin your descent. Updraft is gone. You begin to lose altitude fast. Cut collective. Let it drop in controlled manner. You lower the collective pitch. Descent becomes intentional. You're not crashing. You're guiding the fall. You're almost home. Screen floods red. You failed in all caps, just making it sting. You didn't land the helicopter, you hurled it into the ground like it owed you money. In addition, you earned a time penalty. Let's see where that landed you. 37th. You're climbing slowly like someone who just realized the mountain was real. Enter your name into the high score. What'll it be? You get 3 letters, choose wisely. Huge. There it is, your legacy reduced to 3 blinding glyphs. Continue playing. Again? Of course again. Quitting is for people with closure. You've got a vendetta. Well, we're definitely playing the video game. Even with the power cut. Enough for now, you've tasted simulated descent. Time to return to the descent you can't control. Boom. There it is, the good old fire in the sky. We've only got 1 willpower. No dreams for us. Awaken. In the fucking swamp again. In the poison swamp. What a way to wake up, man. Leave the branch, leave the car. Alright. We got a phone call to make, but I haven't been to the ranch this early in the morning. Let's see if there's anything there for me. Doubtful. Excuse me. Man, we're here early in the morning, too. So, Alex is not locked in his room during the entire loop after all. He seems to be occupied with something at the window, trying to figure out what he's doing. He is testing whether the bars are still secure. Most likely trying to figure out whether Walter used the window to go AWOL. As you watch him move around, you catch a glimpse of something. A gun, tucked into his waistband. The gun. Good thing I didn't just barge in. Right now, waiting is your only option. No need to risk it. Let's give him some time to return to his room. Alright. Sweet. That means you can now arrive at some locations much earlier than was previously possible. And later, apparently. Alex is not in his room the whole time. What if there's more to Judy's message? If you get to Alex's room before him, you'd be able to listen to the signal again, only earlier. You have to know if there's more to the message, and you don't even have to shoot your way through. You could sneak up to his room while he's wandering around the house, but in the next loop, you ran out of it for this little exhibition in this one. Alright, well, just make a phone call. The phone's ringing. Time to deal with stressed out Dr. Pink again.
What in the Earth's name? What happened?
Nothing, everything. How you doing? How am I doing?
You just vanished. Right in front of me. One moment you were there, the next I was talking to empty air.
You're exaggerating. Nobody just vanishes. You were so focused on talking that you didn't notice me leaving. No need to pin this on me. We'll make a little. His answer is silence as he turns your words over in his mind. You've clearly jammed a confusion wrench between the cogs of his thinking. Sorry if my tone is out of place, Mr. Harrow. It's just that... Never mind. Let's just say that I missed you leaving and leave it at that. I completely agree. Apology accepted. Anyway, I need to ask you something. Well, we didn't really get to finish our session properly, and I always like to leave a little bit of room for questions at the end. I realize something important and I need to share it with you. I'll be quick, I promise. Well, if it's that important and brief, I see no reason not to hear it. Please go on. Dr. Fink, I've realized I tend to get stuck on old versions of myself, and it keeps me from moving forward. This is a significant observation. Can you describe how this stuckness feels? It feels like I'm honoring a promise I made to a ghost. Like breaking out of it would be a betrayal, even though remaining stuck in it is killing me. The language you use is very telling. This suggests you have bound your present identity to a past ideal with the cords of loyalty and duty. What happens emotionally when you imagine becoming someone else? It feels like I'm disappearing. I feel like nothing I like... Nothing. I melted to the background of my own life. Become terrified that if I give up on becoming this ideal version of myself, everything will become meaningless. That level of fear tells me this feeling of yours transcends ambition. It's survival in your mind. But since you acknowledged it as a problem, it means a part of you is ready to notice the cost of such a mindset. That you're beginning to see that having an identity so rigid is exhausting and wrong. That awareness, even if uncomfortable, is the first step toward exploring, or eventually adopting a new identity, or even identities that may suit you better. But I cannot turn back the clock. There are so many moments, opportunities, lost to time. True, but you'll find that if you keep your eyes open, there might be more on the road ahead. This is where our work begins, not with the examination of your current and past goals, but with understanding the person you can only see when you stop relentlessly running toward them. Can you do that for me? I could try. Alright, Mr. Harrow, we have a long road ahead of us, but I can promise you, we'll walk it together. And you believe him. You might not have yet uncovered who this new future you is, but at least you're starting to see he can exist. Goodbye, Dr. Fink. I'm fucking not picking up that phone. I'm not picking up that phone. What could be be Robin's reason for turning down the university offer. It would have given her a real chance at a better life, far beyond being a motel receptionist in the middle of nowhere forever. Dr. Fink thinks that clinging to your old identity at any cost is dangerous. You aren't keeping your old dreams alive, you're using them as a tomb. Dr. Fink thinks that clinging to your old identity at any cost is dangerous. You aren't keeping your old dreams alive, you're using them as a tomb. Indeed. Alright, so I'm gonna have to come back to this little swire. You know Alex has returned to his room as you can hear the music coming from up there. Yeah, I know. That's the only quest that I have, though, right now. Oops. Will they not let me leave? I can't leave? They won't let me leave, bro. They won't let me leave. I'm stuck in here. I need to get shot again. Oh, front door? Front door me. Sweet. Oh. Can I go back to the Kuiper Belt? Okay, back to the bar. Okay, jeez. Oh, I got scared. I was like, no shot. Status soaked. He starts moonwalking. Three, I need 4. Alright, let's go sneak into Alex's room. Ooh, the branch shall leave the car. Let's go to the ranch. Sneak in. We're sneaking in. Looking to get shot again, I guess. Enter the study as soon as he leaves. Here we are, he hasn't seen you yet. Hide in the bathroom and spy on him from there. Go back to the study and spy on him from there. Hide in the bathroom and spy on him from there. You slip out of his line of sight at the last possible second, leaving the door cracked just a sliver to keep tabs on his every move. But very soon he moves into a blind corner you can't see, out of sight, but not out of earshot. Fine, I'll trust my mouse-keen ears. He's out there, no doubt, busy with whatever people out of sight do. He's prowling somewhere close. All that's left to do is wait, eyes sharp, breath quiet, and seize the first opportunity to slip past him. But until that opening appears, you're stuck with dead minutes to bleed, time to kill. Count each drip from the faucet. Footsteps fade away, he's probably in the kitchen now. As you step on the stairs, you hear a very loud creak. He heard you. Move anywhere, now. Hide under the table. Press yourself against the column. Hide under the table.
Quit messing around.
Ooh. Don't move. Don't even blink. You turn to a fossilized plank, steel rebar, and a concrete motionless frozen in space and time.
Pop, stop fooling around and show yourself. This house is falling apart. Everything creaking to high heaven.
Sound of his voice tells you he's back in the kitchen. This is your chance. Get into his room now. Walk to Alex's room. And avoid that squeaky board this time, so we don't have to go through this again. You ease the door shut behind you, its faint clicks followed by the silence in the room. Lock the door. Now let's check if you can catch some signal at this time of the loop. Don't linger, every moment counts. Alright, no time to lose. Run the Freakmaster. Click on CD comms. Here we go again.
Guiding light, mission log, day 52. Happy to report I'm still alive, though honestly, my steady diet of protein curry, pea stew, and oat and berry paste has seriously made me contemplate taking my own life. Water recycling and oxygen regeneration systems are working within parameters, though I have to fiddle with them every now and again, and this still leaves me with free time, and a lot of free time.
Stretch out on the hood. Damn.
Left unoccupied, want it or not, my mind wanders back to Earth, and this is a dangerous journey. I mean, just one treacherous step away from plunging me back into the pit of despair, and I can't let that happen.
No. The pit is not a good place. You were trapped there almost forever. Until I got you out.
It's a paradox. I can't think of home, but I need to think about ways of getting home, so to stop myself from wandering, I focus on new mission parameters. I think, plan, then I flip the mental table and I do it all over again.
Frank?
Fucking hell.
You're not only interrupted, you're interrupted by Riley.
Not now, Riley. Give her the glare. Give her the glare.
Frank?
It's not a matter of selecting the method. I mean, there's only one anyhow, and I have to take it. The slingshot maneuver. It's a matter of resources, or lack thereof.
What are you... Oh, shit.
Oh, she finally gets it. Now let's focus on what's important.
Here's the thing. Guiding Light was 91% done with the Transmars injection protocol when the fuel injection system malfunctioned. This put the ship into an almost stable orbit with Mars. Almost.
Almost stable is good enough. Worked for us, buddy boy.
When I ejected the lander, it assumed the same trajectory as the rest of the ship, but it was further degraded by the explosions.
Damn. I don't know what any of this means,
right
brother.
Now, I'm in an anomalous Earth-Mars orbit, doomed to perpetual circling, never to reach either planet. A loop, if you will.
I'll pull you out of that loop.
Here's the other thing. Because I'm sometimes forced to use my fuel for upkeep of the various systems I've built in this tin can, my reserves are at 71%. This is enough for a few controlled burns, yes, but that's it. Especially considering I'll have to save at least 12% of that fuel in order to survive the trip back from Mars to Earth.
She should have had more fuel by our calculations, right? Right. Something's off here.
These are the two key points, the cruxes of my issue. So here's the proposed solution. I've been going over these calculations I don't know how many times. I need to perform 2 burns and to be extremely careful about fuel efficiency.
Frank, we need to talk now.
The first one needs to correct my trajectory, get me in a stable orbit of Mars. The second will be tricky, much more so, as I need to escape Mars orbit, which will require a lot of fuel. Maybe
all the fuel. Give her the glare again.
Yeah, that did it. She bit her lips hard, but doesn't open them. Bravo.
Bravo.
The first maneuver will affect the other. If I fuck up the first and get too close, I might not have enough fuel to get out of the planet's gravity well. Or if I don't course correct properly, I'll just shoot past the planet and get into an even worse trajectory. Still, the results of the model I've built are conclusive enough that I'm willing to take the risks. Now I just have to stop doubting myself and pentable check every single number. Again, I'll record again later. Have to conserve power as much as possible.
Frank, please.
Alright. Guiding light mission log day 54. Can't sleep, so I've decided to crunch some numbers. Again, I'm sick and tired of talking to the walls, so what the hell? Sunshine's plentiful, let's waste some kilowatts and record this thing. At least I'll have a reference point for later to recheck the math if I need to. Fuck, if only the lander's main computer wasn't so limited in its functions, or if I was a better programmer, I could run some real simulations, but this will have to do.
Listen, I know about Judy's message.
Ignore her feeble attempt to ruin your life.
Just start crunching numbers now, saying exactly how much fuel she has left. Just listen.
So, let's start with
Thank you, Riley. Thank you,
right
Riley.
Now, my fuel reserves are at 71%. I'll need the bare minimum of 12% to survive the Mars-Earth trip, so this means the total fuel available is 59%. So far, so good.
She knew. She fucking knew. All this time.
No, you're full of shit.
Truth is in her eyes, buddy
Oh,
boy.
my headphones are dying. Hang on, let me
Knew
switch.
and never, ever, never.
You fucking knew this whole time, Riley. You fucking knew this whole time. Alright, let me see if this works. Might not. Alright, works for me. No, you're full of shit again. Truth is in her eyes, buddy boyo. She fucking knew, and she never ever told us.
Truth is in her eyes, buddy boyo. She fucking knew and never, ever, never told us.
What the fuck, Riley? What the actual fuck? All those years you knew?
I never said a word for exactly this reason. I heard the whole message when Judy's lander reached near Earth orbit. Like it did again. Just look at yourself. Imagine how you would have been if you'd known the entire time. Fucking hell, Frank. Even now you think she's alive. You know that she couldn't be.
Hurt her. Rip out her tongue, pluck out her eyes, bite off her ear. Hurt her. Hurt her. Hurt her.
I rue the day you ever returned to the valley.
Well, fuck you too, Frank. In case you forgot, you were the one who told me that Coral Destiny was looking for people. You told me to come home.
She struggles. She hackles her hair, teeth bared. But she's in pain. More!
Oh, damn. So fucking sorry right now. I didn't just sit back and watch you drink yourself to death when you were a teenager.
Fucker! The only difference between us back then was that you could have bought your alcohol legally. You drank just as much as I did. More even.
Let her have it. Let her have all of the pain you have suffered.
It's your fault Mom died in that fire. We were supposed to be out for dinner that night, but no, Riley had to get sick. Jesus. Should have been you. You should have died in those flames.
How can you even... Who even are you? This is not the Frank that pulled me out of shit time and time again. No. You're like some folktale demon of anger and grief.
That's it. That's it. Your toxic barrage has brought her down on the verge of tears, on the brink of crumbling, fucking down. Now go for the jugular. Say that thing again. The same one you said, and you haven't spoken for 2 years.
Coral Destiny gave you that job to only have their token local astronaut. You didn't deserve it. You didn't earn it. You were never good enough.
The sweet, succulent taste of revenge. When you take your hurt and spread it around like an emotional disease.
You really think that? I wondered back then if it was just a slip of the tongue, but no. Do you really think that?
Oh, for trans-Earth injection... Fucking napkin math. Okay, initial mass after the first burn will be around 4,270 kilograms. On a delta V of approximately 2,050 meters per second, I'll need about 1,400 kilograms of fuel, I want to say, and the burn will last about a minute and a half. Fuck, that's almost 5 times the MOI burn time. After the burn, my mass will be around 2,870 kilograms, of which only 370 kilograms will be fuel reserves, or 12%.
Shit. Riley made us miss a part of Judy's message. Maybe the most important part.
Now shut the fuck up, Riley, and let me listen to Judy.
That's a thin, terrifying margin for error. Okay, if I execute both burns with maximum efficiency and no additional adjustments, I'll have enough fuel to get home. Barely enough, but enough. I don't want to think about what happens if I overburn. Okay. I can do this. Guiding light, mission log, day 74. The question has been killing me for the last week or so. I can't stop thinking about it, and yet I can't find an answer. It might sound like one of those fairy tale riddles that are designed to push you over the edge, so what's a doer to do when she's got nothing to do?
No, there's always something, my love. Something? Another simulation to run? Another calculation to check and recheck?
The only answer I got is... nothing. Absolutely nothing, and that is driving me insane.
What the fuck? Shake it a bit.
Be grateful you're holding Alex's best piece of equipment. Otherwise, Judy's signal might have been jammed by this storm noise.
Since I jury-rigged most of the additional life support systems, they need small repairs every now and then. But besides that, and scrubbing the filters, which is super time-consuming because I have so little water and power to spare, there's little else to occupy my free time. I've even tried cooking in an improv kitchen, combining different food pouches, but somehow the meals taste even worse. So, yeah, I gave up on that. That leaves me with the calculations for the burns and my paper simulation, and that's a no-go. Every time I check the numbers now, a worm of doubt starts gnawing in my mind, and I can't have that. I have to trust the plan, trust the science behind it.
Could it be that the battery is dying?
For fuck's sake. Who knew that space flight would entail so much free time? Ugh, I swear. If I knew I would be stuck in a lander for months, I would have brought my Zenith Mini on that damn EVA and just drowned myself in gaming. Fuck conserving power.
No. We need to conserve power. Conserve!
All of this leaves me with only one option. To think of home. Of the people I left behind that probably think I'm dead. But if I even start to unravel that coil, my heart clenches and I feel the weight of all this endless void on my chest, so I can't go down that rabbit hole. Not now, not ever.
Frank. Sir Frank-a-Lot.
Ignore Smiley Riley.
More like Cryly Riley.
Damn.
There's only the now, and there's only the version of future in which I return home. I've decided to record the answer to my own riddle, to sear it into my mind. The doer needs to become the waiter. No other solution. Let's not waste any more power now. Guiding light, mission log, day 162. Mars orbit insertion successfully performed 2 days ago. Fuel burn was optimal at 12%. This will be a different beast, though I should really conserve power. I've decided to record this moment for posterity.
We'll have 12 children. All of them will know these messages, your moments of victory, by heart.
Fast approaching the planet. Velocity 7.34 kilometers per second. That's not the only reason. I need to stay focused now, and talking to these metal walls just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Shit. Battery's dying. Drive to the motel for a replacement.
Be fast, or we'll lose Judy. Again.
To the best of my knowledge, the course correction maneuver I executed 2 weeks ago was a success. Though it did burn more fuel than I hoped, telemetry suggests I'm still on a viable course for a slingshot. All my trajectory readings are on point.
Frank, wait! You'll get yourself killed!
Yeah?
Now, for the real
Whoa! Chill, Riley.
Trajectory check, locked. Expected periapsis, 120 kilometers. Delta V budget, 20 seconds. Computer, start countdown. Fuel check at 65%. Attitude control system, aligned at 0, all 3 axes. Gyroscope stabilizers, active. No unexpected drift. Pitch and yaw meters, stable.
Frank, stop! For fuck's sake! You're too disturbed to drive.
Right. Thrusters, engaged. You better work, motherfucker. Engine temp approximately 210 degrees, within parameters. Delta V readout 7.40, 7.48. Good. Fuel rapidly falling. 48%, 46%. Shit. Delta V readout 7.5, 7.53. Rechecking orbital trajectory display. I'm not gonna fucking make it.
Pedal to the metal.
Fuel recheck 40%, falling fast. Shit. I'm getting too close to Mars, and I don't have enough fuel to get out of the planet's gravity well. Boarding burn.
Stop, fucking Anderson! Stop, Frank!
Fuck!
Fuck you, Riley. Fuck you.
Maybe I should just open that airlock and be done with all of this.
What the?
Oh.
Piece of shit!
Mission day, I think it's 181. Yeah. I've been mostly sleeping for the past couple of weeks. There are some bottles of Zincoding in the medicine box, and to be honest, even the dreamless void inside me is better than the real void outside.
Fucking finally. Continue listening to Judy in peace.
You know,
fucking finally.
Habit is a fucked up thing. Even though I wanted to shrivel up and die, I still ate that horrible chickpea stew. Still pissed in bags, still recycled every last drop of it. Still scrubbed filters like I'll live in this tin can for 1,000 years.
Yes. Eat, drink. You need to stay strong until I save you.
I couldn't get myself to record anything earlier. Don't know what would even be the point. I let my pride rule me by recording the burn, and I'll have proof of my success, you know? A statement of my genius. Judith Resnick, the brilliant problem solver. What I have instead is just a reminder of what a fool I was. Man,
always so hard on yourself. You have to stop whipping yourself, love.
By now, this is all just ramblings of a broken down woman, and nobody in Coral Destiny's Star Command is interested in that, right? So, why am I recording this? Because I have to stop being selfish. I was so laser focused on getting out of this shit loop that I haven't really been thinking about what I left behind. Who I left behind. I didn't dare to think, and right now, I have to. Though it still breaks my heart. Frank, I've never met anybody who had more resolve than you. Life threw shit after shit at you, and you just kept shrugging it off and going on. That's why I fell in love with you. The unbreakable man. I'm sure there are scars, but as you said, they're just a testament of the shit we've been through.
I love you too, Judy.
Thinking of you and how you would approach this made me get up. Made me clean myself after 2 weeks. Made me put up that flipped mental table and start planning again.
You were also our guiding light in our darkest of nights.
Yes, the fuel is insufficient. Yes, my trajectory is shit. Yes, my vector of approach is abysmal. But there must be a way out of this shit. Must be. And I'm gonna stop this train wreck of thoughts now. Judy out.
I'm coming, my love. I'm coming. As Judy's voice is scrambled in the signal's interference, so is the vision. You find yourself back in Alex K's room. So this is a recording, and it's been broadcasted before, when Judy's lander was close to Earth. Now it's close again. That's why you can catch the signal. So Judy can't be alive. She can't. With the lack of resources, she mentions not for that long. And Riley heard the message before? Yeah, and most likely without interference. She hid it from Frank, and to get my hands on the whole message. And how do you intend to do that, now that Riley is out of your reach? I don't know. Well, one thing's for sure. You're not getting out of this room until 8:47. Yeah, that's true. Rough, dude. Rough. Rough. And then he died, dude. And then he died. Let's go. Move the branch and leave the fuck-ass car. Let's take a look. We got a lot to do here. Riley. She has already heard Judy's message before and admitted it to Frank today at the gas station. Great, you sneaked your way through without any collateral damage and got another flashback from Frank's perspective. Riley said she knows about the message. That means the message is not a real time. Too bad she's out of your reach now. Riley has already heard Judy's message, but how? It may be a good idea to ask around about her and her time spent working at Coral Destiny. Alright, well, that answers that question. Pretty much immediately. However, that is going to be it for me tonight. We have yet to finish this game. Damn, dude, this game keeps going. Astounding. It's good, though. I'm having a great time with it. So emotional. Such an emotionally riveting game. But with that being said, I am out of here. I'm gonna take the night off, and then I'll see everybody tomorrow for a little bit of Citizen Sleeper. I hope everybody has a good rest of their night. Bye-bye, everybody. Ciao, bye bye.